Chile for oh pole no wa chile no kaye wo ye Ese yede agokanse mu nsem ebeda mo hye nso sem Monday to Friday awia bia no me nsabo se kein yesi nkonwa ekosi se nonum baba pa sima aduasa 3 to 5:30 ne yede Fakye Sports edibeda after sanopa ebo eye no nso kwesa no twebebo a yede morning sports abro no awia no miensa yesan ede eye sports abedao na ne package ne mu ode mu twam abadwafo aye krado obete Ricardo Varasin Kasasra Habib the special one obete nka maestro obete nka midin ediluta kin metram ediama international ABOU DIABY ni nyina se ne ho emfa ne yebo mpaye se obeba beka ye ho ama bibia eso aye kama ediama ye na ye ogide mopose nura Europa League fana no enura Tottenham akwaje na nsempi na ebobo edeba nsema wodo abedwafo beboa amye de nsema wodo abenu achi no de ba se Luka Modric anopa emi de to anem or the somno abana wiye ewo Real Madrid latest development na say ni city na da ben and farewell omo ye diama no nsempi na ye de ebebrem amono ni nsem ye kwa fisemu a ye betwe Ghanaian Premier League no ba na wiye na so far clubs no ebi so mo mpre ema ye telecast omo games ye be wuram sanso na so far Unity Cup Black Stars e de anim no won nsem na ye dedwa e wo ha nsempi ni abo no beda yebesenim ediamam production team no led by Nas o dintintima pa Gilberto wachire ho ayu Kofi Sasra Julius Caesar na Malik omunyina eboa Sasra kwa MCR je programs manager abeku ho junior ho Saso na Hilda ene Benedicta emopa wani nyina eboa me dwumade na Saso na hwe camera so rich na eboa me dwumade no abro chidi eso eye adwuma pa woni antena messages ni nyina obetimi da for Facebook aba oko WhatsApp a obetimi di abasa so na your life on TikTok ene miamia bebra obetimi anya adwumade ni bia hwe na on Facebook no Fakye TV like na share wadwinkyire bia de to a ye bekenkai ediama ye die ho ye ba amono nsem aye krado a ye be breaking it down na ya touching it down na ye jeje mu yompo ediama na dia bramo nina so Romo Premier League ni ma the big six clubs are so far me patrona Tottenham team no the longest among the big six teams are achapans and omoje title say me patron story na sesa okopema team where the shortest team what magic trophy among the big six clubs Premier League ni ma Tottenham the last time at Tottenham medal title just just a day ago. One day, Nasa Enra and a Tottenham J Trophy. The last time at Liverpool, a J major title, 25 days ago. The last time, the patch of Manchester United, a J major title, 362 days ago. Just 3 days left. Now almost a year. Now United a major title. Now come Manchester City. The last time I'm a major title, 1 year. 3 days and the major title. Now Rome Chelsea, the patch of the last time Chelsea G major title. 3 years, 11 months, 23 days. And to any Arsenal there, bonkers. The last time Arsenal G major title, way back 4 years in here, 9 months. 21 days enti oyenipa ankwachesku ase Arsenal yenipa ankanebasha ase akase dada mama amabiaso ayekama so far Tottenham and etima so far from the longest period about the shortest period and no adeba na me patro Tottenham so far maminya adwuma we mama players no asa de wapoto amanafe no onchi so be channel sunte adiabom and you say adena mubu Bay, Tottenham players on Mesre, Arch Postecoglou, on one cast of Moment Twaso, what the team now qualified, Champions League next season, Omu Presser, and some Tottenham players, Omu SS Open after 17 years, Wajit Metro title, and Damomu Domosre, and so on Twasma Pianya Kama. No, I'm not supported, my Tottenham supporters, as you say, as I want to know, and I won't call, no supporter back where. So I quite Aunt Postecoglou, or quite a tattoo at the Atun and Sound. No more so or better, and I won't conjure fans. No,
it's in the second season, right?
And you're staying. And you're staying.
I think he probably goes. But
he always wins in the second season, right?
I think he stays. I think he stays. I don't know. I think we keep trying to change managers, we go through the same cycle. So I think maybe we should give him a bit of a chance and see if he can try and sort it out.
He's got to call it. Listen, if he walked in tomorrow and gave everybody a mic drop, they deserve it. But if he stays, we'll see.
And no, I Tottenham was the supporters, almost say on Tina, on stay at Daya, a big cry any tattoo at their 2 months home, or more Barbasu places, so sound best ramping for a some man in Tina, or more man and call now at the song at the Amaya team. Now, Manchester United, any Tottenham supporters, Nipabe over 80,000, a Copemo Berbao, now Omuka support 2 teams. Now, a policy for Diabetica as a Omuchimu Nipa 7 and yeah, Basque Regional Police Force and a confirmation upper as a Nipa 7 Omuchi Omutimi and release him 5 Amomuko na 2 Diana Numre and Omu Ebe Jawamo Nina said Jomuya not public disturbances no a biabro and Omuye Dede and Omukuntokwa a Kaumpi and Ama Omuchom Nemo Omu Bill na Omu data on pray before judges na to omasem and no ede pamicham adamamo ye breaking omo data chinomo dawa mame mfanto anem so prema Tottenham omusi parade epebaso to official announcement about omusi pay open top bus parade na ede da so open top bus victory parade omusi ochina Friday and epebaso 5:30 p.m. Beshas at Mountain Green, and open top parade, me patcho ebetmabaso, I'm a piaso at my camera, and no deba, na Manchester United, Asema Bar, na me patcho United players, or Reverend Sir Jim Radcliffe, was he Obian or Mutonga player Bill United, even Bruno Fernandes, Sesika Pano Fania, or Mubejana Manako, or Manchester United, financially, or struggle papa, or Mukwero Paligan, Campasandi Sika, Asandiaba, Mama Sika Cassia, Asashri Manchester United, Sana Titia, or Fabio Bar, Unaya Wai, Uya Anti Meliba, Uya Antiacosia Bar, Una was say Una Boyamia Kodufana, and Ukofana Panascania, Omopagino Maton, I'm a Piasso Yakama, now in Sanra, me Pacho Gani Toja, and Tokabi Etmisi, between Onana and boy near friend Casimiro, defensive midfielder and goalkeeper, as you etimi Kontokwa, a Brana game no Eguswa Toja, Manchester United players now, or Monmaya Bosa, and one game no sono, Unya video and become part of her, a bra, not game no Toja, where Casimiro, as an Onana, and Tokwa, oh, Jawa Sem go Ben Outa, and Semunu Ben Outa Mawija, now Nana so Kaunya Ba, Casimiro air to turn and such or Nana Supofu was Ojai, go Papa Ben Outa, the Biao Omoya Kawaya or Reka, why Boka, and I would was with Casimiro Gramasa, Jitinometo Sunyo Pia, born Kawanya dear, and Nuyan Tokwa, me patron, Sia Jamutamam, now my men fun to an name, as United, or more edist, or more just a disastrous Europa League final defeater, or more Etimianum, says Porta Mete, as a Moya Dame, at Damom, Jadin Sancho, a coach Chelsea Force, and the Opera United, and Deadwood, yet to me entry gap, not yet 25 million pounds, no, and Fanfao, a boss I Boca, or by a one Debia, and to United, you know, and the Opera Court non Petonwa, or Mapo Selua, as so United Boboconum, and at the Paris Moss Holland, says the Serie A, or Persai Aqua, Linanse Inter, Penonopoli, and Juventus, Omina Italian clubs are, or show air interest, as Omina Rasmus Hollanda, or Mbappe from Manchester United, and no Adia Pamicha Jamon, as so Adamamo, na Kobe Mainu, on a report I met him, as on a Donaya, and Cobetina Manchester United, Nemum, Sir Offabiba, and answer Obepe reservations, a BF Rubin Amorim, Nirua or De Ebemano, Sir on Kobe Mainu, so throw and Rubin Amorim, ni system way, so Benyabiabo, and now Onya Bimoa, Ninano, or take into consideration, or bet reservations, so Bekwa, no co, so betina, no Swatana, and no Adia Pami Job Damamom, Nemum Damesa Rubin Amorim, Manchester United board, you know, Asomutana Chipampe, Walusu Europa Liga, or Mute back in a manon, or Mutana Chimana Pamumo, or Misa Sampa, or not a full preseason, not reshuffle of players, Etmitoja, or Petmo Pajuma Damete, as Rubin Amorim, Akacha United point for Sergeant Radcliffe, as Bruno Fernandez, I untouchable, or Mupaton Piampa, or no, sir, or Mupodi Tina Randono, and Momunton Pia, and no Edamita Jamamam, na support from board, Rubin Amorim, Eric Ten Hag, former Manchester United, or Mumani Janano, Nitin Timifed, the double decker man, Nitinamasa, a Mwachicha Bruta, as African map, na Edamete, as on why ready, Wakacha by all four Leverkusen, and Penny Fossa, Common Muninetino, so my red Dino Mopena, on say ready said to Manon, or Befa, Leverkusen Fossa Alonso come, or Mene Fabrica Secasa, as a Confu Comu, now Omrame Fedjumanon, report I met him, as a Fab Dano, Fadia, and Eric Ten Hag, and Omutia Jumanon, a Petimama Nemum Fab, so Obeja Kum Wako Party, Massa Emma, Nina Sananiombre, or so all prepare against a team and friend Inter, Nami Pachina, na or no team no, there be a winning mentality, and or demanding players, naturally ready, sir, Omuna Inter, already some person, my badges could dare to now, and your Ensita, no pans or persuade Como, a year to my on court Leverkusen beer, and no Edamita Church among, as so Adamamo, the Arsenal Thomas Partey, report answer Arsenal prepare, offer at the Ama Partey, na a new contractor, or my revised salary structure, and with different forms from the current deal, the contract, or more Achichama and come on, what a company current dealer, when the Arsenal one, Demete as a class from La Liga, Serie A, South Premier League, Saudi, Omunasho interest of nya parta omo pe nemo Mikel Arteta eso be se Ghanaian midfielder no ese omo game ebo on Sunday na omo wie game na on be finalize party ne deal na be prayer kama was say opese eye consistency adwuma no since a party joining Arsenal the best season here without injury or adwuma papa or besre ese was man new contract no to super adwuma kama adma Arsenal and you some of friend Mikel Arteta edia tuga na Arteta can sempe if player signing so if say so fam for the papa yente some Arteta edituga.
I'm not asking to talk about a specific name of him, but what does it say about where this team is at, where the project is at, that you're linked with a player of that calibre?
Well, I wouldn't like to name a player, but obviously we've come. So I think the biggest thing is that, and using the word pride, is that we have brought the club into a position, into a place that next season you have to win a major trophy. That means that everybody believes that we have the level, that we have shown the consistency, and we are an elite team in this country and in Europe. And if you don't do that, then what's going to happen?
International Arteta Elaoteso Casano was say Arsenal team no omude aba level ni positioner omu elite team pe elite team sini bi England and Europe Arsenal ka ho obesre ese nyame panel season be mesha Arsenal with the trophies omu peje na mom say yebusan Rodrigo any players omu sign am was so far season we pra and ko be mi level Arsenal nam and Pepiana Arsenal ko no on Kasaba players omunye ni players emu on best strength no team no and we say Mikel Arteta and two go we no say Arsenal na e pra omo and Arsenal like it the firepower omunya obia oye eye chese goal poacher goal rotundata what killer instinct no enunte Barca Victor Gyökeres or Bodman Sporting CP e dey some ko tabri ni set tabri ma edineba na obejina sanimo na passes ne ko na otwa na opia na goals ne ba Barca dia obeti Premier League no o Arsenal je o Champions League Arsenal je Arteta hutana num na wiai akekempia man wanto no enu Mikel Arteta ne dia mama enu chi enem za Arteta uhwe Arsenal season and Tottenham season obeka sa Tottenham season are better as say Arsenal Premier League mo da second Tottenham akwaje Europa League no yente Arteta
who's had a better season.
Sorry?
The question that I've been asked to ask is who's had a better season, you finishing second or
I don't like to compare with other teams. I need to analyze my team. That's my job.
Bayada Bansu Akana was on pese obe compare team Biane Arsenal opa jejo de enu ensemo de tuga na okasa play Gabriel Agbanlaho onu so akasa was say the final days of a Premier League was in a prediction about was say Liverpool at the first Chelsea na baby Chelsea and Nottingham Forest or more better you tell the predictions now.
Lahore, and these are my Premier League predictions with Sky Sports for game week 38. It's been a long, hard season, but for some teams it all comes down to Sunday at 4 o'clock for the final day. And remember, you can stream all the Sky Sports action available with no contract on now. We start with my game of the week, a huge matchup in the race for the Champions League as Nottingham Forest take on Chelsea. Well, I don't think you can get a bigger game this season. Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea. Chelsea, they win, they guarantee top 5 place Champions League football. But Nottingham Forest at home, they're so good at the City Ground. If they win and Aston Villa fail to win, then they get Champions League football. So when I think about both of them scenarios and how good Nottingham Forest are at home, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. And for my final prediction of the season, it will be a party atmosphere at Anfield as Premier League champions Liverpool take on FA Cup winners Crystal Palace. Recent weeks, Liverpool's form hasn't been great. Recently lost to Brighton away from home 3-2. Crystal Palace are flying. Comfortable win against Wolverhampton last at Selhurst Park. Winning the FA Cup. They're going to want to go out on a high. I can see a Crystal Palace win. I feel Eze, Mateta in such great form. Defensively, they look strong as well, Crystal Palace.
Gebra Agbanlaho and so far games sebetoja Premier League in the final day games Bebaso and Oje as Beko score lines outdoor and all yet the predictions outdoor and ye judge say Liverpool and Crystal Palace there and what the score line outdoor and Nottingham Forest as soon Chelsea was say 2-2 draw and then also Oja Twaye jump tamana Mamem kwa Italy kakra Nina say Bologna and a G Copa Italia almost a celebration. Nyame pa Sunday join wamo almost a open top bus parade. Na Sunday 4:30 and a open top bus parade, you know. A betma to drama biaswaya kama and no and some mudia to dra. Ye jejamu adama jumadi so na Antonio Conte on the report amete as was in the for the first time one aje juma or Napoli juma or Kwajia was it or juma abroad when se pressure and so one chance and oje and the Napoli juma was it way a league in Omopo there or deservers were winning when your cap and Omokobo and a bassa drone obi I lucky and then a sefontiam pachina Napoli na Scudetto or more jama biaswaya kama and you some now more Italy but a Kefren Turan or no any Serie A player of demand or more the South Bus more my Kefren Turan and no any that's what demand and the review Romanes open Juma Kama ye jamu elswa jamamo ewo eye Juma so no Luis Campos sporting director me PSG also o my standing contract akosi 2030 our Peguso Juma with ama PSG ama biaso ayekama Obekaya Barcelona and Manchester United for Kofano asune o run Juma PSG papa and New York Luis Campos and ye Jejan Honsem aso ediama mane official confirmation aso etimi by the amamo na Roma Dembele mosquito boy also and no Ramo of France but Roland Garros draw no tennis draw no omatonsa eja feno aso omrano mabama draw no aso entimi enkoso and no eja ba Dembele kasa was PA dom season omo change mentality a season koso abom no mo gide ma person betima tray history am bia kama omo pe moment papa enti Champions League final omo twa de besi ano na Zaire Emery was Luis Enrique catchera womo Abram Bape ekwo Madrid no ho and Luis Enrique from was we can score more without Mbappe was it sana oran eka so e de catchera womo no ensama ye de eto anim e odwumade no so na boy no Madrid ye fe Jesus Velasco Club World Cup Madrid for some MON-FRI no ne last game I want Madrid baba we Saturday against Real Sociedad na what no small Madrid baba we no majano kwan na Rodrigo report time say o say adwene no onya Madrid Rodrigo betina was onya crucial meeting with Alonso nya catchere no say Rodrigo o come plans on remember massive role who penya more playing time and your own free Madrid ko ba bia o basa atena Madrid o padwom bia kama na mom so oba no Alonso ehia ne dia and ye kwan epete na nimam na fitim makro o ya just trust efi Alonso and some Rodrigo dia tutwa ye chechamu adama modwuma die no so na me patro ma me basa players no me papa ya tuma bi o Madrid biom ti amamo na bossa players na images aba abrana omoja me patron physical na medical testing eno omutumi ya ma bibia ye kama Barcelona players no na ohwa na so mo eje physical testing omo check omo physical conditions said the player bibia be kama ohwa enano pa Barcelona players no omo comprehensive medical examination we stress test and analysis ni omo assess players omo pra season para we said the bibia be kama jamomo mami Lamine Shama me patro restaurant one Mr. Oge Mendes ni agent no me patro meeting ni timi todwa about the star boy Lamine Shama renew one na dance no facha de bia no said the ade be ma bra Mr. Mendes ewumo restaurant Lamine Shama na ekọ ya capture star boy and identity just 17 years and check renew one papa so na renew one nyaba pe obaba be the highest paid player Barcelona obeji sika kese Arsenal bia eno na release clause the 1 billion euros and a peshem mama abra meeting ni ba na we no Gilberto Fernando bia ho microphone sampa meeting no very authentic ya obibia Lamine Shama one Mendes meeting no and sampa na we ya boy na pia wo kwana cameras no so e capture no bia ya kama dia mete eba man no eje Jofa Women's Champions League final Petrodra ewo braha ho na wala porter ebeko akako shaho game Mendes na omo finalize bibia na boy no ne contract sika obeje on send current contractor no was sign 2023 baba na we 2026 satam na age no wono want to sign contract more than 3 years and until contract no was sign so renew and no obetrem amasika na bodewa Barca one day player or budget sika kese of Barcelona close to 25 million euros a year akodake to just 17 afen woko 18 ye beka sama ade achen na nkoda yi jisika no mu de ye no ma enu ye Lamine Shama the star boy the flopper ye jeja mu aso adimamo ewo dwumadie no so ye gusu breaking no down touch no down jeja mu tiama dia me patcho Jama ne nsama wodo ha na mesi akọ no ma ba no be jeja bim aso adama mami Luka Modric confirmation anyaba as Luka Modric after 13 solid years what the summoner empeba na we on Saturday the last home game ewo Bernabeu na wa babon tabetro lete at the ama eto Madrid was it dear Madrid fans the time has come the moment I never wanted to come but that's football and in life everything has a beginning and an end. On Saturday I will play my last match at the Santiago Bernabeu. I arrived in 2012 with the desire to wear the shirt of the best team in the world and with the ambition to do big things, but I couldn't imagine what came next. And no and summer or there to na some the wakabe and a judge for them to peko a club walk up after club walk up and now officially what in a song Madrid after a year 13 good years. Now Luka Modric so far 590 games and what Pajama Madrid was 43 goals 90 assists and what me am now me patron for the video no so now and film video no kakra Madrid official video at the abam now tra bra usare bia kama na so fa ba Champions League waje 6 ba Spanish Super Cup waje ayo 5 Jofa Super Cup waje 5 Club World Cup waje ayo 5 La Liga waje ayo 4 Spanish Super Cup waje 2 Intercontinental Cup waje ayo 1 28 titles and boy no ana opinion etuma most successful player in the history of Real Madrid 28 trophies na open Madrid o magic trophies no pa 28 Danny Cavaya at 27 Nacho G26 Marcelo 25 Benzema at 25 na why the oldest goal scorer for Madrid in official competition and the oldest player to play for Madrid in official competition team. No Ayura, you feel Luka Modric, officially they say after club work and Pia Panaway, next season, sir, make for this way. You won't be Opeka Casemiro call Tony Cruz call and Orana your friend Modric call sa midfield try away Omunya ompa grow papa and no add the die jamu aswa jama na me patron my fan to name as say and I'm maybe a Trump Madrid team on 2018 Ronaldo call 2021 Sergio Ramos Rafael Varane Mukoye 2022 Marcelo Casemiro Isco Garibel Omuja team no call 2023 Karim Benzema 24 Tony Cruz and Luka Modric 2025 an iconic generation no eba na we what one love some coffee way no mo paduma papa say Danny Cabaya new Madrid me patro omo captain or no NB new club captain and no say oko Madrid say na me patro omni captain order no ebeko Danny Cabaya first captain Federico Valverde second Vinicius Junior third and Courtois fourth captain and no dawa ye jejamu aso adamamo na me patro Galatasaray almost Victor Osimhen no ready so mo beto no na omo prepare 75 million euros omo di command Napoli na omo se tuasika na ne salary or person what top European clubs pen no omo se omo di bema no watena omo bia ye kama na Declan Rice and ye busa no se ogidi sem Arsenal next season omo betima winning league na Declan Rice bia no was over 1000% sure as a omo betima league no Declan Rice and the sunset by Tonali Jamit says all could Juventus no and your possible Newcastle as someone Tonali just offer 100 million euros a bar and Umbejano and yes Sandro Tonali or Monton in there no Leandro Garnacho then somebody to come after Europa League fana and Akuti Romero the best center back in the world and on a crowd a bomber team bedroom fana man just 20 minutes per none of brother the Biabeka home Jamaica United I ready so Montono would the Sikaba Chelsea Atletico Madrid Omunya show interest Omunya almost so epe na me patro Kevin the Brand and a farewell party no swear to me paso na unya ne farewell party na no den and we are Kevin the Brand King Cam na me place no ebisu acquire na ultra for 14 na Jack Grealish also baby ansa wo there or papa me patro for 40 or bar one and am trying to girlfriend in kwada way I am Madam Tugum pa ba masa for 14 ba no o ma we kakranka ye ebisa kwada we that ma bobo no he ankwada no fa de fe o mo fa de pa o mo we nam pa oba no ye jack kama na jagale so de ensenti ofriwa na jo one the last player Samson Ellen Holland so and the girlfriend Kobe na man Pep got to on the bicycle and a call farewell party no and the Pep so ade no aye chechamu so adamam na me patro agent Julian Alvarez reporter made him as a official Liverpool 2 other clubs nyame pa next week na omo adin come for player no se obekwa na obetena eno ede dawa ye chechamu na me patro Madrid pa mame omo squad way me patro na menya adwuma ema tama na uko Roma omo Rafael Varane mo ho na Claudio Bravo emunyina e wo ho na bibia ba adwuma na utwa sa squad way a emre bi pa akom me patro atiko ama bibia so aye kama eno ede dawa ye jejamu eso edema e wo eye adwuma je no so na me patro meeting no ehun sembebre wo ha na and Postecoglou ono so a reveal plans a chese Europa League no almost celebration no yenti ehun sem kakra
get my family and friends together, open up a nice bottle of scotch, have a couple of quiet ones, get ready for a massive parade on Friday, play Brighton on Sunday, really important, our last home game, we want to finish strong, and then Monday I'm going on holidays because with my beautiful family because I deserve it, and
Dietena says I may offer me from Saudi Arabia and United States of America. Abase Omunya Luka Modric Omope Aponchekan Kuministon Panas Aponchaka Kununya Ponchifunu and Madrid first when na says o free at the age of 39 na or Quadia Omudia Omunya USA MLS Mana say Saudi Arabia and your bad and far Emma Womo and no Ed Modric and Oyasan Pesotana. He wanted to stay. Name club no ekache ne say omo person concentration omo focus young players no and no edge dawo na Luka Modric na anka wonyaya after 2026 World Cup and na obe retire from football na bibia so atimi ayekama and no edge dawo Ansu Fati Barcelona force omo edini beko loan ni nyina no say omo hwe ese omunya team bia omo deni beko e say jersey number 10 ne de eye dey a ebenya afrinsa eye bash digital satellite adaroma and ye de amanonin sama odu ebobo anu na wie e de ebram bash esem nkanche o say ope game bia hwe na game ni hwe be o de enso mu na mfra mefa entetem kro scratches ma o TV na ni na udiko da no ebegyina so solida ni nyina so beba no no ma quality decoder na o se o package wo ho bosume so a nya fe na ukotua ateko enu an se bosu bi agina so oben hyehyɛ ama no otua ne kakrakra na bia ye fan wo so ne multi choice Ghana ene ye adwuma enti se wo ye decoder business na o pe decoder bebra koton se omre obi na ton ana se restaurant adwuma pub adwuma na wo ye na o pe decoder papa e be serve client and our customers better services are ni nyina obenya bi diama o fe no o ka se twamo mo bra no on fa decoder ne no ma ne nkoma ne wa e ma yam hyehyɛ se multi choice Ghana ejinidi e was so two card no man bro wa de bebrel door to door services in ye adwuma babia wo bia no beba be service ne kama ma o kuma say Abrepo junction uduro pe busase na ship mu ewo anase Kotoko junction phone 0556 287757 Bash digital satellite 0556 287757 offer no obejo so ade bia e fa decoder ho wo se me pacho obenya bi na games outdoor we de bia so de decoder bia ba me nka ne den frɛ no na me pacho boso muntu ahwe obenya matches ahwe eno e de dawo no na me pacho fatu tim se amuzupi adro mi gira me kasai me gira ntente aye adwuma den akasa abramemre ni nyina ye amuzupi haba me sha adro no hehama ene ya twetwim bible akasa mu ni aduaba na mfa hama hahan no ensa yade amuzupi Dr. Amuzu ese ode adro ya ba na eje nkwan wo ye oba ebesiesie oba bi wo a sabe wa wo te pampan wase enso bi afitiw enso bi furu wase apie no ma bi yi wase se akatoa oba wo ne bamahia wote ijao oba bi wo ho a wo ne bamahia no sabe na se atiti na wote kuro oba bi wo kwa oni atenka wadro eye amuzupi na oba bi wo boso so a ne menses ne ma be 2-3 months ni o menstruate da busa wo se mojafi no na akogu wadro eye amuzupi oba bi wo 1 month o menstruate 2 times wadro eye amuzupi oba mabema emmo ho dam if so himfio no eche esa odi na wokonantenante a de obenya bian enye ne de enko no square nya amuzupi na bema nto iPhone na yenya indomie bema nsifie bema ento kan fama na indomie dia na do so dodo amuzupi be wa bema oya na ensuo bia begu bema no na ahyehye nsuo opa na ya troka wadro ye amuzupi eya na bema na emu kekao emu wa na emu ahyehye eya na nsuo bi furu bema no pie ni nyina na ye amuzupi ebesa ma mema sem na sipia sita wonyare wonteapo eya na so afie wonya amuzupi a ebeboa sasabro enyina na betu ase nsuo tutoi awututuofo ni nyina no modro ye amuzupi fra Dr. Amuzu I was 0247 776743 0247 77 6743 ofrena ubenya no asaso na ko heba shop biama ubenya amuzupi ni bia to na bia ye kama saso na udwani kiremu a insecticide spray amansajatum fatala insecticide spray fatala insecticide spray saso na de coil aba na mesa ade o mo de aba no de mmani jonsa sa woto na oto box so na omo ay free delivery adema babia wo Ghana bia wo de o pe fatala ni bia to aton en se wo da agem faka makuma se wo from pe wo se momram boxes ni 2 momram boxes ni 3 omo be delivery ni diama eye me patron satisfied spira esan e madam ye twam ekum ntontom ekum tafre ene moawa mowe wo fridge ni dem carpenter say ntatia mudidi a na ntatia jeho afa Manchester United for nya bi ko Trafford a anka be bo mo papa ni nyina ya fatala mo amoton aduane me patro mo fa bi space to so be ya mo light mo ne mo bone meha mo entontom aduro pa fatala insecticide spray coil no so no me patro usu be bo madam wo kama mauti paye coil bi wo a usu ana uti dwa uti paawo ni nyina na se fatala entesa ma won sanka bi from 0599 315-600 0599 315-600 or from Onbejosun Komobia Uno Munina Bia Enya Kama Dr. Dawood no Dawood ointment and Dawood 360 capsules Dr. Dawood me patro unya ointment in bia o babia ya bia and nso totoi se sasabro pa dia Dawood ointment se wakobo bo na mabu sasuna wonam onana twister frichi unya Dawood ointment Sio Sasuna wachino panchi unkonkomu ahono eya oja eya na nwa hyehyehye utidwawo wodia eya Dawood ointment na uyo bia sasabo ha eya na hututuo wo so eya Dawood ointment na Dawood 360 capsules no so sisi ade pa eya na usisi oja obitena se na ukase won sori a wo sori a at once ointment ni mo ni nyina na se ne sisi nye wunya eya Dawood 360 capsules a ebeboam obi na ma ni mu achemienu ne fanam ha na ne fanam asisi na chea wunya Dawood 360 capsules a ebeboa pa eba waist pains sasura sasabro so ha eya na won sana etitriti na anansi achemenai wunya Dawood 360 capsules a ebeboa papa head office no ewo sekwi asan so eno ne efe no sekwini aduro no nyabina mu a okuma se na ukokuma se edwoso krapa ubehu am so ho frɛ me patro Dr. Dawood 0244 886437 0244 886437 offer doctor obejo na bia kama so so kwa ya sabia omo da bibidro pesa ya de am bia kama Dawood Empire Hospital na bia so ya kama na me patro enwum no betu bia na gifted icon enwum no nyame acho de wo de nya wusi no man kwa na atimi edeto nyom wo de nya akutia enwum kwa na atimi deto na obi ejo gaya na obona enwum akutia wo de no me patro fa bra na benya achade bra na yem promo bra na yem produce bra na wiase nto ka na feature the program ye friend gifted icon aba eso obi a what talent obi a wani swadi hunu ese eba nwum to a woni nwum to pa enu an se obeba a feature front desk forms to a free bapikibi na ye kuma se bantima ye ne president sorry dan e jedntwe ana osi kuma se report dancer for any for bantima kwan so unante ba from junction to your office about 2 minutes walk bra na beje e forms ni bi ma obi ma pikibi ma na bra na beto nyom from 15 years e qualify oba na se bema bra be che wo talent to nyom na bibianya kama na udi nkunuma achade bebre wo ha ye de ebema fenampai na de chi wadwumbia bisa number 0550 772 113 0550 772 113 ofra ade bia che so gifted icon hono frame na yenchechiro mu ye da ya ho abaye ba abadwafo besi nkonwa na nsama wo do daboma so no ye tu ne sen na bossa de pense mu no aba abedamo Fakye TV so sports and your team kunya so de bro Shannon say 5:30 and you be sorry in kunya so nemum ebe ka be 10 minutes you be mo akwanya no afre enra na nkrofo won sem ka na mo anya akwanya amfa mo nsem no antudwa na be mo akwanya if you say United supporters will be breaker so na Tottenham sympathizers so e will be breaker a lot of messages about e ha na Gilberto be mame Ricardo video no minim say or beba ye bebo agene tata ayoyoyo the man of the moment say utie so na eya na entie no kwa utia ye memrantie na omotete ya no de omo ka no ene bam enye se omo ka no keke omo sua perfect analysis mbatwe nti enura before the Europa League final in summer Ricardo Varas edituga about the prediction
for a normal time and even at extra time I'm not convinced they will give us the kind of performance. But say call a normal time and even at extra time, not during the extra 30 will be winning. I see Tottenham winning. Yes. Say 90 minutes and I say we will win 90 minutes. Now so we be winning. The next and I say the last 30 minutes no extra time. Tottenham who's a orgy. But say PM or penalties Manchester United is winning. Because give me and not believe this Tottenham better because I don't see the two teams doing anything extraordinary in terms of giving us that vibe, giving us that cup final now, entertaining cup final you want to know. So I'm going for team like Tottenham. They will win and become one of the teams in England apart from Liverpool or Madrid the Europa League 3 times because Madrid can't get time and any Europa League no Madrid can't get 2. So this time I'm not to have a count yesterday and I see them say
super duper Ricardo Varas bro great job done demand dem we say na na bra men frel and we say na be say me dia men kana
patrol can't say Varas na only need ko when I say agenda na by
yes because I sana ABOU DIABY ma men chia me boss me en chia bu na wie habi boko de
Kenya me adom bia fine
maestro
oh Luka
yes bibia sheye
bibia sheye
ye da nyame ase enra ye witness say e fan na bi say na game nya captivating na bi see game no enye interesting na merit standard that was a fan edema panel members no omo eba be we ma hwehwem eso edema a lot of messages and aba ewa was say it's another day and I'm watching my favorite TV sports show. I wish my dear Madam Ernestina MP of Drobonso Methodist Basic School happy birthday say Tutu Mugabe Drobonso ena odifra onoso edisa message we eso edi aba na mame hwe we so edie onoso say was good afternoon to you guys. I'm watching live from Ifiduase. I'm happy my team Manchester United didn't win the Europa League trophy so that our owners will be serious in the transfer window to get the best and quality players who deserve to play for the club. My regards to Ricardo Varas. Tell him Ifiduase and Asokore people love him and wish him the best in his career. Keep the fire burning. Love you guys so much. And no watch Ebenezer. And this message we also at the Abba. We so say congratulations to Tottenham for beating Manchester United to win the Europa. United just wanted to win it so that they will get a chance to participate in the UEFA Champions League next season, which Tottenham couldn't make it possible. Jamal will also win the Ballon d'Or for my darling club, Barcelona. Teacher Lavito Bekwai Denyase and also the fra on so ede aba we high Fakye sports one fashe amfa anka ho ama we so ye say congratulations to Tottenham Hotspur Tony Edifi Crofrom and Tony ede aba we so say good afternoon Fakye TV jobless watching live at East Legon Hills please okay that be we a man there Where Nana Aduhene Junior was a congratulations to Spurs. Nana Adu so dear what they aba eso enono. A lot of messages about her na astam ye kona ye progress no na ye yibi efru eso edimamo. Special.
Wonder. Yeah.
Nyame adom.
My fire.
Luka Modric. And abetum after 13 good years.
The job is done.
Na the video bi o ha omutimi nya video no ma me anka me pepa. Na asmo nya ho adwuma na yem try say be show video no.
Okay. Enyum tini bi na ball no nyum say where you are is not your limit. The sky is your limit. Don't be content with
my voice in here. My voice in here. Go high. No limit you, Abi. Oh,
where you are is not your limit, you Abi. The sky is your limit. The sky is your limit. Don't be content with where you are. Go high. Hey, my Philip Abafi. If I get it right, correct. That is the story of Luka Modric and Bia.
Maybe. So you support Manchester United a crime, Anna?
No, that be a crime.
You see, supporting Manchester United is now a crime. After all the good results and fantastic football, plus the high hope, if I see Man U for UCL next season, make her die. We Chelsea the Blues, the pensioners, the pride of London, will score Betis. This match in the Fala. Well, Luis Saha, Edifri Breman, Sikumana, the Abalusa, Nabatre.
Commander, just few minutes on Luka Modric. A true legend of the game is leaving Real Madrid. But young boys watching us, listening to us, say, they be a me buy me takan say because say football ne sports na you know. It keeps giving you inspiring stories. Emma say uwa bambu or life on emukrampo ebeshe wo nkran. We're talking about a man who was born in somewhere September 1985 thereabout. Commander, baby I wo Luka Modric will Croatia and put them on. Just 6 years after say Omame no papa Eddie Luka Modric eba as I says in 1991 and Croatia war of independence no started and to kwasi Croatia minum. Akwada ne papa a joining the Croatian army. Omo kokun a defend omo mind to make sure say Croatia mine ebe safe. And ye dina kwa akose ne nanansa. Ona nana ye de ne share ne nsa no after so papa no akwaku wura me no omo eko ntokwa aboa ameki sure say Croatia ebe de ne ho no. Omo fie na nkasa na ye timu no. The Serbian group na omo attack Croatia na atiasi omo krom ho aboa wura omo fie. Ne nanane ka ho anipa maako nsia ya chi omo aku omo nyina.
Wow.
Of papa ni ho. The grandfather taking care of Luka Modric no. Ya chi no aku no including 5 other people in the vicinity. Ono ankasa a young boy at that tender age war as you kroma a 2 bullet air fly left right center. You fear now with people you are growing up taking care of you no. When him as a young boy and yabechiw aku. Look at the trauma any niema ube go through as a young boy. Family ne kakrana akan, including the young Luka Modric at that age 6, needed to run away for more life. So omo share hotel. A hon omo bom ho as refugees. This young boy over there, talent nimu. Into ama talent na nkan say upon niema na atono no. Ebe bu na bam. Ama de no person wo ye football mu no ontimenye. He started say de biada obebo ball no hotel na omo won no try say compound kakra na e down obenya kwanya asia kan abo ho. Aside say obo ball no omo vicinity and as a hotel no vicinity no. So onya space kakra bia he run on the street no akọ nearby community. If we near that screen say product betimi abo projected there one of the pictures are or call the nearby communities and as a football field there over now all kwakusi akan ba ko ene da ho. So a young boy he had to tutu any adio but don't no ball no pay o so ndo so that nim ye ma bebre or for football as the partner or person obo no the ABB Modric asha say ebo. So it took one person hotel na on in a busuan ewon and noticing the talent a branch friends Luka Modric. So he approached club friends NK Zada. I'm penny back on there is this young boy. Oh baby, I'm a war me year when I modern bar or then the L high scene. I believe our talent ewonimu. As a moment fan wait me abua. Penini asem he came around, watched Luka Modric play, hotel on the premises, and he realized a talent na ikuta Modric no. One talent so more fat no man the chair ebebuano. Fast forward the fat Luka Modric edi nefuo. Wakona nim kakra edna kupiem Boston. I'm a born or started or born kakra. Now Ivan Rakitic, I can't send be Eddie Afa, Luka Modric. No, now, made my production, I will try to see, say, make me read Eddie Free. This boy growing up, not a Barcelona fan. Luka Modric. Okay. Growing up, not a Barcelona fan. But because of how skinny yeah. Also, you'll be a Usha. Now, one I'm getting on one height, and I'm also so on sign NDB. Yeah. So, Wabobo Nama, top talent and what Europe that time, Boston at that time, no be a Luka Modric. Barcelona ne by Amonchen for Abba Becheno, so Osia can. The modern was so many, but they rejected him because almost in the stage and they said you city no. Born on Timembo, talent in the but whom we are near me waiting their manner, a man grew up, Ubetimia, Keseka Kranas in Mubemia, Ubenia High Tabon, Ubetimia Bunti. Barcelona by Amonchen rejected Luka Modric. Say yen timem fa no talent in the YouTube zone in born no but the stage and in the yen timem fa Luka Modric and omoja na asema enuntina Rakitic be catch or say anytime. Also I hate to see him at Madrid. Sometimes when we play against each other, I joke with him. When we exchange shirt after the game, now you have the shirt you really wanted to take home. I tell him it's a shame that we lost a player like him. It's quite special for Croatia to enjoy his class. Rakitic said he chrome with you no onim no. Now onim Luka Modric him so a Barca ni name Barca for no. I rejected no and the man ko pie Real Madrid after so far. Totem any time be no Rakitic ebo Barcelona. O menye kwanya abo after Real Madrid ne Barca game. So omo exchange jersey no waka say and when you are failed when you are the right jersey e wo dia club now open jersey when you no one na sere because onim say so opo obi odo Barcelona pa ono Rakitic edo Barca. But Luka Modric, no the Barca, essay or no Rakitic. No. Now flip the next one and give me Luka Modric no or one kasa now sema or kind. Many clubs have rejected me because of my skinny body and small height, but this gives me an incentive to prove them wrong. The American coach said people will reject you, the society will reject you, but when you know yourself, the rejection and then the man everybody should be the motivational factor. That should be the fool. This I can do it and I want to do it. Into upon Niamana or go through the rejection now and you so the one I'm getting on to me more born or say or test answer growing up as a young boy I made me free Abusia and I say Kura and to quest at age 6 near Kuaman for men and now or ya me caretaker near Chinakun Elmenim. Men nam na me co training I may say here to 2 we now boom. People telling me, say me why and eno ne bebu mabam. No, Dabi. O ma eno ne motivate no. Say agokansi no obebo no aboni from Dynamo Zagreb onya akwanya ebe PM of Tottenham Hotspur. Ye hu ne talent na ekuta na obo Spurs. Jose Mourinho say, "Osan Luka Modric e dey about Real Madrid. He is the only player or no Mourinho etore ba Madrid and Madrid for one ankasa hierarchy no am support no." Because they never believe say talent na onu Jose na hu akwada ni mu no ebetumi manufacture because they feel say na this boy and won kete yes Tottenham no obo but onyo obi obetumi the last coin after na say he is that midfielder obetumi man said man
but Daniel Levy so stretch omo pa
but onu Jose Mourinho stood on the ground to say this boy me na minim de ma hu woni mu I believe in him the Mourinho say they be ade ba ko on the pride in ho say emfa on the Galacticos ono omo eye adwuma e Real Madrid na ni je ho ni say the amount of money he spent on Luka Modric, Madrid that honka, enyamfaso, amanfaso na asomoso.
28 titles.
Croatia who players be brave, but this man on your screen is the greatest ever player. Croatia. Before him, there was Zuka, was the king, the idol, the man every Croatian idolizes. Senku Benyano. Not what Bobo are doing a level, but then there.
But video na ready. Special Casana video na that's now.
Our biggest ever player. He is a one-time Ballon d'Or winner. In the time as the captain of Croatia, and all the Croatia ever World Cup finals. Although Marco 2 semi-finals, consecutive semi-finals, but about finals, and we lose the next one called semi-final, and we film a couple third and fourth. Why Yema win? Now we are story and what catches is the most decorated Real Madrid player. 28 titles to his credit. After 13 incredible years, when a young boy who had a dream, most people did not believe in him. Clubs rejected him based on how on the stage ended in the City. No approval, be wrong. Ever do the stage. The message now or the Aban and how Madrid had done any GDA ewonimu. They believe in him. I will prove it be wrong. So what the football, no matter the club you love or you support, you can be a Barcelona fan, but unless you are a witch. So when you before now also the football, you are a fan of footballer, you will love Luka Modric. So Obobo na Omabo ne yakono. He is that player. So oh Shena and Yamapa Ewunu say this is a special talent. They call him Modric, but I call him the football moderator. Sir, he moderates football. So
but on attitude, so no, I am very calm about.
Say, over the background now, media amount. So if we such background now, unless we are naturally arrogant, and yes, sir, you always be humble. Because he is from a poor background, not just poor background, but he came through war. And we dia konsun konim abebo born edu stage na ojina legend Obonye all retired as one of the finest midfielders he has a football and beto no yehu omo and not just say or retire as Madrid great nemum ewiase great Ronaldo ni Messi ebenya dominance in football from 2007 eba for a period of 15 years not Ballon d'Or no mu yenu na 10 plus years 15. He is the only player who penetrated into the Ronaldo Messi dominance, took Ballon d'Or from them before say any other player ever be. Modric, the other man we are for the other man Real Madrid and one out there. Thank you. Yeah, we're seeing the best out of Real Madrid. And I think he still have 1 or 2 years be or the 40 September yeah. A bit more additional 1 year be there so. Nanka Ubenya say as a captain of Real Madrid. Obey left either a La Liga trophy and now say a Champions League trophy, but Obey a captain or left Club World Cup, I left Super Cup, but when me and left Champions League and now say the La Liga and Real, but in all the career and Spain a successful period. I think say Madrid for ever finish in your stories. The midfield trial of Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and then Enrique Casemiro. Juma saw 3 players we a year Madrid in Vinfino. Yeah, the credit make us see my BBC in the anymore. I then conform with me and some Madrid success no ultimately won't come up without them. And I think say Madrid ever fit Luka Modric. If we have ever fit Luka Modric, you want to see how Real Madrid ever replace. I said this, I will feed them, and I'll repeat this. There will never be any Messi. There will never be any Ronaldo. There will never be any Toni Kroos. There will never be any Iniesta, any Xavi. There's not going to be any Luka Modric. He is irreplaceable. Madrid will be a born so ne dear. I na from dear. But said the who said Toni Kroos if you who say who be a beton or Chinabi, sa hold you bet my failure man, but intimate failure Toni Kroos. It be any Luka Modric. He is irreplaceable. The we are saying even freedom or the actually open Kwajiwa home. So I go for fun for 1 year, now they are retired. Oh yes. Kobo and also never do any. The obey the amount association football. You've seen it all. From Saudi, MLS Muba. But also professor after 2026 World Cup. No hangy boot. Yeah, wishing the best of luck after football. Opening and draw. Mama bell 3-4 minutes. Now Europe and some no kind. I'm not surprised what time when they say is a prophet. And draw may born a ball 90 plus 7. In the 7th minute, and the chance be when you not say chance. We almost say chance, and I'm sending a message. Congrats, man. Obuni. The money in an hour and Messiah in the opening. Or bobo ni wie e wo dam no be kan de na e wo mu kire en sam no ka te no de ko he park ni so one of the worst finals are yahwe ndra ne ball na yahwe but I will leave the rest for Maestro and Vargas. I'm sure they will do justice to that. To be very honest with you, Manchester United and Kobo ball say omu here results no sir not Tottenham here. I don't think from an opinion now stories are being so Tottenham supporters numbers Akobo Bilbao Stadium now you could clearly see from the spectator side to the playing body to the management everything Manchester United were well prepared more than and also Tottenham were well prepared more than Club. If I say Manchester United.
Time on
after match, you know, Manchester from the technical team, the playing body, the legends let's start to maintain legends let's support us. Almost start to Manchester and come on the bed. But so here Alessandro Garnacho in common.
Yes.
Now here Captain Bruno Fernandes in common. Now they become Ruben Amorim in common. Now Kaboma. And young Kuranko and Titibu Old Trafford.
Now DIABY
Manchester no kasa niema bebre atete aguache.
Na obeja di say omo ball omo the screen see Old Trafford for the workers are omo ho na onko bi hwe. Tama Serge Ratcliffe picture be da so no mu huru no.
Na ko mu huru no. Wo na auto na ye adwuma ya wo ye adwuma boso su tua o ka da incentives oje Manjasaki hwe o kama ene ye se Manjasaki eko manage BBC okọ ye na chide new manager na oba ye ne ba ya Luta katua woje ye se ateso 1000 Ghana. Other incentives are what yateso. They say no ka udi birthday ye pa to fie ha ma o kama.
Wa best san no manya
na wi ye na o ba ye manja wo frane ba ya o se o da bi. They say no birthday ye ni obi a birthday ye nyi se nyi o be na asen.
Da bi.
Won so ba ye so na England na UK na we the richest man. Ti amanfo ani aja so do aba be duru ya we na we. So when to kwa na esi between Onana any Casemiro or park so. Now tie Garnacho na asem say ye bo qualifiers ne ba nyina me na me bo matches ne nyina ye duru finals sama me 20 minutes. Coach ne say da kasa ye be hwedi be si. So obetena ha na say won Bruno Fernandes say mo gidi say on na ye problem anye sikantimo nka ono abeja team nako. Coach ne so say ono ene supporters ka management ka say ye mpena on gi musika obeja
compensation dia obeko.
O de be chem no wako. Club nankasa afeni be hu crisis nankasa na oni ntia mani agisa Manchester lose ball
DIABY
mani agisa Manchester lose ball because enema o maye o season we mu basat and time poto no had Manchester United won the trophy and draw and Quebec atani nyina so
okay
nanka e say oh team ni o mo ko Champions League be yi the reality no Nigeria ni be catch o say asem ni de be si anya si hen no nya Arsenal has open nti akoko no nya Arsenal so Manchester nya Arsenal fe ni abie ye be Premier League table ni e be bia mu di ye any points am accumulate ye except from January e be pum and May Manchester United nya just 9 points
and this season Tottenham so the break team omo do 100% in their 4 meetings
yeah no problem Momo start no mo come nsem no mo come nsem ni we address them one after the other United no problem but then do nsem ka se mi kiro say Tottenham for ne say anoma batch no e don be kwa akwaji trophy say clubs no mo gi trophy afu we no free England na mo go finals no obi abu so gi trophy bia ne crest no anoma dem Conference League final na
Betis omo badge na anoma wo na
Chelsea na anoma da ne badge ni
ba Betis de na bi ni mo
Chelsea na anoma da ne badge ni enu ti na Chelsea for ne say afamo mo e na so what did the ogi trophy a check akra na ekwa Betis gi trophy 2022 Chelsea no 2021.
Jabba so why? We don't say
Tottenham fire there. Son say afraid you consider no a true legend of the club. Wa bre chairman.
We don't say the special one out in Kano. Good afternoon, my fellow Ghana Luka Modric. I'm happy that one of our better rivals, one of our opponents, Manchester United, have lost the game. Okay, me patro message no continuation na ma e ba e de beto aso e de ama where Boadu Ebenezer Fakye, congratulations to you all. This sports is the best in the world. Yeah, that's say we so every see Alexander was a good evening please. There is one player in GPL in Swatraman called Business Wallet and Neymar. The guy is good and ready to play for Ghana senior national team please. Okay, yate odoba so be campaign. Where Cecil Lovebridge. I'm watching you live from Quad Danso Ebinase at Mangwase Junior Rasta Nediano ML Smith. Hope we get better next season. Go Manchester United. We just need to buy quality and offload the waste. Nedia or de Abano. Quadrovini watching you live from Adanse Apeja. And Kevin Mendes Luther, please today give a bit more time for me. Why? Okay, you Mate, that guy is special. That's a power. Khalid Mohammed was a good afternoon. Abu is your man DJ 4040 watching you live from Western North region in Chense Coco, thank you for the good job you are doing. Habib, you are doing a great job. The best analysis, why Manchester United lost yesterday. Okay, Udia Bano. Ricardo.
Good.
Ma, young Rom Kakre.
You are fine, yeah.
Nami Abdumo.
But then, and for the first time, you started, you are show you.
Oh, sir. And a Kadekran and Kwamagma.
I think I can't just say, I can't walk as a negative. As if it needed
on Penocre, United to Nene.
When you were to
oh, as if it needed
Sasaki Mechana, Pammy, I done it too much.
Prof. See, my prof now, you profs are. I said, no, I'm ready. You know,
now the car said, McCram corner of Vietnam Castle far for Drew. As in United Farmer swat it.
Less than 24 hours.
More fair. Nanka said the dressing now for my tea. What petit papa be a bemo was say.
Manchester United.
Okay, Maestro. Maestro. Na bounce. Me no be here to me. Nti Maestro. Dabi. Maestro. Dabi. Me ya be. Me yam so. Me so yam ko yanim because yanya technical issue be on virus. Nti na me pese.
Okay.
Vincent Pepros, I'm watching live from Libya. More fire. Okay. Wodia Bana Antonio Apia Mensa. Watching the show live inside Wasa, Japan, Fatal Sports, more fire. Emmanuel Jima, Chelsea update. Osu Maxwell, or being good afternoon, Fakye TV. And Philip Kwabri Kasemo, or say the message about. Okay, Maestro.
Luther, I think, say, Enra, me set a lot of records over here, say, when it comes to Europa League, Tottenham Hotspur is actually dominating over Manchester United, and there's no way say Manchester United can easily dominate against Tottenham Hotspur in any other competitions on Messiah this season. Enra match nekanwa fourth competitive match in Messiah this season, and Tottenham Hotspur was able to dominate against the side of Manchester United, and they showed their supremacy over Manchester United. And even Ange Postecoglou against Ruben Amorim also showed Onwangasane dominance against these particular two coaches. But then on record, it is actually only two clubs per England or Metimaseti record when it comes to the UEFA Cup and even the Europa, Super League or Mobon Enra in that particular finals. No. Liverpool renewed that particular trophy in 1973. Almost have been renewed in 1976 and they won it in 2001. Whilst Tottenham Hotspur also renewed in 1972, 1984, and just recently Enra 2025. So 3 times in that particular row, no, the side of Tottenham Hotspur and the Liverpool Football Club has made that particular history and record as the only 2 English football clubs. When it comes to UEFA Cup and when it comes to Europa League, you know, they've been able to win it 3 consecutive times for themselves, and they have achieved that particular mantle for that particular football club. But for Tottenham Hotspur, win in 1972, win in 1984, come in 2025, you know. When it comes to Omwankasa, a coach, Ange Postecoglou, over this particular season, he said it on so many countless times, said, we need every trophy in most of the clubs in his second season. Our coach most of these favorite clubs, our coach. And then he showed, say, with Tottenham Hotspur, last season occurred trophyless, and this season we really something good for the side of Tottenham Hotspur. And yet Tottenham Soccer Melbourne in Australia as far back in 1971. The first season in 1970, he wasn't able to win a major trophy for Melbourne FC in Australia. But then when he came in the second season in 1971, he was able to win 2 trophies for Melbourne FC and Australia Football Club. In 2012-2011, for the side of Japan, Kokochi Yokohama Mariners, he was able to make sure in his second season, in 2011-2012, because 2010 no occurred trophyless out that particular football club. But in 2011-2012 season, he was able to win 2 double league for the side of Yokohama or Mankasa Football Club, no? And he achieved that particular thing. Against Celtic, he was able to make that same trophy for the side of Celtic. The first major season, he wasn't able to win a lot of things. But then in his second debut season, he was able to make sure, say, Obe winnie with Scottish, cup on the other side of Celtic Football Club. And even 2022-2023 season, the Scottish League Cup, he won it for the side of Celtic Football Club. And even to the side of 2022-23, the Scottish Premiership, he was able to win that particular league for the side of Celtic Football Club. So, o check with the history, Agri Potoskoglu Okra an identity, Okra an values. He has his own things. So Oba in a particular football club, he can easily do it for the club. So irrespective, Tottenham Hotspur, last time winning a particular major trophy was far back in 2008 when they won the League Cup and now your friends a Carling Cup in that particular spells. In the last 17 years, Agri Potoskoglu has been able to maintain that particular major trophy for them. And they have been able to make sure, say, Omankase Bitsman make it that history for themselves. But so with Manchester United, when they started dominating from 1964, 1965, every 1998, they've become that particular football club. Since 2008, they've reached other successive competition in Europe now. In the second runner-up, and from Manchester United. 2009-2011, they went into the UEFA Champions League final. But then Omuremu in the second runner-up against Barcelona. And even in 2021, Omuremu in Villarreal in Europa League, the Omuremu as second runner-up at Villarreal, and Enra. When they went into the final, they were not able to win against Tottenham Hotspur. So it tells you, say, Manchester United from 2008 Omuremu in European competition, making sure so me winning, except 2017, Jose Mourinho, asserted that particular record at the moment. They've not been able to do that particular thing for themselves as a major football club, asserted their mom. But this season, boss, so we check it in history, because football is a repetitive action. Whether you like it or not, they see in 1963, say date in history and everything in football, the football goal to make definitely in the next 20, 21, and I say 20 years, 22 years to come the same history will happen in football. The AC in this particular season, Bologna, go away in 51 years. No, Omutimi, that particular Coppa Italia, Italy, it has become a history because almost coming up in most of these European football clubs when it comes to say Omonkase go away from so winning competitive league this season, they've actually reignited Omonkase victorious against most of the major football clubs this season. And Bologna, go Eagles and make it that particular trophy cabinet, and so you their mom. When you talk about Tottenham Hotspur and also winning that particular trophy after 17 years, winning trophy, they've done it for themselves. A lot of football clubs, make sure say they've been able to do that particular thing for themselves. But so we'll check it in that particular Spence in 2004 season. I want to take you back in 2004 season because in 2004 season, a lot of history in the team depicted in football and because in 2004 FC Porto, for the first time in so many years. No more go into the UEFA Cup and that's a European Cup final for so many years, but no team win it. But when Jose Mourinho took that particular football club in 2004, because in 2003, not FC Porto or Odome win the Europa League. He took them to the Champions League final in 2004, and they were able to win that particular 2004 Champions League against AS Monaco. So in that same year, Tunisia in AFCON, not Omu win bida, but in 2004. They were able to win their first AFCON final. Winning that particular major trophy, at the side of Tunisia in the first history for that particular national team. Since then, Tunisia team even into the finals, encore AFCON final, encore GB, and they made that particular history in 2004. So we check it at the bar in that same year, Greece go into the Euros 2004. The first time Omu in that particular year, that particular opening game with Portugal. Almost answered for the last game, and that's the closing game with Portugal, and they won that particular Euro. So the underrated people, and that's the Milos, in football, they are doing it. They did it in 2004. What they call Arsenal Football Club in 2004. Arsenal, at that time, almost the English Premiership. Not only so much the English Premiership, but the record of the English Premiership was the invisible record because they went unbeaten in 2004. That was a history. All those Arsenal with Arsene Wenger had a lot of trophies within that particular time. But then in 2004, they were able to make sure say omo go on invisibles, no more go unbeaten run in the 204 English Premiership. No, that was a history for them, and they also had their fair share of that particular thing. But when you go to Colombia, there was a particular football club called the Ghanaian Others, and they won the Copa Libertadores against Boca Junior. 1-1. But we call penalty shootout, no, and one can say we need that particular trophy, no, and the more man can say they made that history for themselves. So we're checking that particular 204 season now. That was the first time I hosted the Euros, hosted the Asian Cup, hosted the side of the Coppa Italia, or hosted a lot of trophies within that same year, competitively within that same year. And it happened in 2004. But that same year also, no, Brazil and Argentina come in the Copa final, and they were able to make sure, so for the first time in history, Brazil and Argentina beat my room in that particular final. So that history now set it on in this particular year.
Okay.
Tottenham are winning in the last 17 years. Bologna in the last 51 years, or more winning. A lot of things they come.
And even
Farmer Betis. But Betis, the energy in 2022. Almost one particular trophy in 2022. So just recently, but between Chelsea and Real Betis, when it comes to the European Conference, they will be that. So that will be the first time man can say in a room. But it's a football club between Chelsea and Real Betis are and also a lot of trophies within the recent years. It is about Chelsea Football Club. Or make trophies within these same successive years now. Or make a lot of trophies. But for Real Betis, recently 2022 and Chelsea edged the Champions League in 2021 against Manchester City. So the major trophies, no, both of these particular two football clubs, no, it imagine a lot of trophies. But so we'll share all of these things now make now. So we're going to the Bundesliga in 2004. Werder Bremen, it imagine the Bundesliga for the first time in history. And a Mankasa football club player at that time not winning that particular trophy, no, Ediama Werder Bremen, no, he scored 28 goals within that particular same season. Valencia in 2004 in the Spanish La Liga. The first Spanish La Liga under the new format for Valencia in 2004. Okay. And it tells you it's a football, no, it's a repetitive action. What will chat now no? They see 2004, you may see 2004 history, no, and one essentially repeating in this particular year. So it tells you say it can easily replenish and the basically a idea in football. But Enra, so we remove in the tactical first 11er. And you put a school Eddie Rema. Say Gilbert Eddie two board no Swamaya. You can easily have a feel of that particular thing that he wanted to do within Manchester United Football Club. Manchester set up, no. Because Manchester United will 8-ball Manolo Gatti and then Casemiro Infinfi. He needed to switch to make sure say Obobo Pepe Matasa as a typical creativa, he can easily penetrate into the defensive action of Manchester United. Because it was very difficult. Because James Madison will feel one as as a central attacking midfielder. And there will be a lot of space between that particular midfielder, not Tottenham Hotspur, that particular tenor. But if we saw ball, Pepe Matasa, as a typical creative, making sure so no as a box-to-box midfielder, and sometimes he can just play inside behind Dominic Solanke. It showed the prowess of Andy Postecoglou for the first time. Number 4 Kase on both flamboyant football, and then he doesn't play that kind of sweet footballer. Tottenham Hotspur, it may win a lot of things this season. But he showed, say, the reason why Brendan Johnson not turned in the Bar Football Club this season, our Auburn in this particular season all share 18 goals across all competition, making sure that he will become that important figure, especially most of the important goals at Tottenham now. He has shown, say, this is the time I was say Andy Postecoglou, no, then Levy Ebona Basso, no extending the contract, no Edemano, on the side of Tottenham Hotspur.
So you agree with supporters, the players, or more appealing, or more man in Twasso?
Oh yes, boss. Oh man in Twasso. Andy Postecoglou. With the small raw materials when you're this season, and with the kind of things on one can say it's not the
amount of that's why winning the Europa League on performance or Premier League, you know. And
with these two teams.
Two months in the Premier League will be a winning match.
Yeah.
2 months in only will be a winning match in Premier League.
Yeah.
Conforming no more than one shiny. I'm not to take my work.
And we show in the English Premiership League log now. With a system, with a set, and could you inform me 17th Manchester United. And you want to make sure so we to match the Europa League finals. Intimate fact. But say Luka Modric, and in the football is here, and I saw the baby of Real Madrid Football Club. This is a boy when he came to Real Madrid Football Club in 2013. that time, that year. Madrid they got to Tottenham Hospital.
Yeah.
Then Levi catch on the farmer.
Oh yeah.
He came to that particular
time.
He came to Madrid at that moment in time, Luther. Saturday no Obedru Madrid, and Saturday no my place and never Real Madrid Football Club. Obedru not ACM ever as a loanee.
Okay.
But then Luka Modric never married as a permanent transfer player from Tottenham Hotspur to Real Madrid Football Club. Obayano, he has shared most of the memorable tattoo things that Madrid has shared on the pitch of play. 2014, when Madrid was winning the La Decima, that time Madrid go in so many years, so many teams the Champions League, you know. This man was part of that particular squad.
Okay.
That corner, 93rd corner, now you two-man share, it was this particular man. Wahibi. And for football,
one of the greatest ever. Jude Bellingham, thank you for everything.
Great. It tells you the kind of leadership what show Edema Real Madrid over the last 13 years of what body am at the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But Luther, baby is necessary now. I can easily tell you, say, Madrid in one particular legend. See a fana, we can easily compare him to Xavi, we can easily compare him to Iniesta.
Sir.
And to me, boy, you know, Bob Bochen's Xavi Iniesta. Yes.
Luka Modric.
Bob Bochen's Xavi Iniesta.
Why you better? Say
Xavi Iniesta.
Omo playing days now.
Say.
What they compare
Modric and Iniesta. Only Bob Bochen Iniesta. Only Bob Bochen Xavi.
Okay.
And I want to say.
So una welcome to.
We say Modric, the playing days and what he has achieved in football. Bono.
But achievement there. But on the field of play, say we better say both Xavi and Iniesta. And I say a kitchen masoka.
Me say Modric, Xavi, Iniesta. I will choose Modric against Xavi and Iniesta at any time. He's better than these particular two footballers. And he's, to me, some midfield through no former with Toni Kroos and Casemiro in Real Madrid Football Club. Mario who's Zidane, Mario who's David Beckham, Mario who a lot of good footballers. And when it comes to midfielders, or my great location, Real Madrid Football Club. But Luka Modric will go down as one of the biggest midfielders and Madrid in their entire history.
But I say, I know your maestro and what's in Cano. Gilbert, yeah, couldn't not me send the normal because Sergio Ramos Waba, Edindia Ababa to me a lot of messages about a maestro. Meaning, I said, a map was some do. Or say your friend Florence Kusi Apia from Akumadan, but they used to call me Obaya. I attend Obo vocational. I just like your man. Sir Florence or call Bob vocation and minim dia. Minim so soon na. Oh, a nice girl no face. So no dia minim but also per wasem.
Also only the post.
WW or say Ufrakonti. I'm Florence Kusiapia from Akumadan. Okay. But they used to call me Obaya.
Okay.
I attend Obo vocational. Nah. Okay. Ricardo. The messages be braba. We tell Kaite good afternoon. Akraso Sudan Diaba. Sansuna we Jean Kwame was watching live from Kentampo. Okay. Summit Eddie Free Libya. Was I'm watching live in Libya, bro. Yeah, dancing. Bosoka Imano, congrats to Tottenham Hotspur. And we Benji watching you from Akrima Mfansi. So we are okay. I do Vincent speedy recovery to my friend Abu Dhabi Abu Dawase. Doche Samuel, good afternoon. I like the submission of you and your crew, even the jokes. You people are fantastic. Man United need restructuring from top to down. I want more updates on Real Madrid, especially transfers. Yeah, that's it. Nadia also Eddie Abba no. A lot of messages about our maestro Albion na Ricardo Varasu Abram Eddie. Good afternoon. Okay, what they Abba no. We so say Max, I'm watching live from Achem Nyame Betre, I wish you all the best. Good afternoon. Nadia Fakye Sports, you are too much in the world. Yeah, that's a power. Very good evening, please. I'm Sabato from Edgeso Besias. You guys are doing a great job. I'm watching you people. I watch you people every day. Greetings to my dear ones from Besias. Okay, Nadia or the Abanono and a high Fakye Sports. Okay. Miss so we mean to me and compare we had to any dear no about Yabaso. Good evening, Fakye Sports. You people are doing a great, doing a fantastic job. Keep the fire burning. Greetings to Luther King. This is Sabado Felix Akoko. Sabado at the cyber code here. Ricardo, Sergio Ramos, they are not the bosses. Ramos, the bosses, say goodbye to Real Madrid, a genius, a friend, a brother, who has made football an art. One of those players for whom Madrid fills the stadium and the world stands in front of the screen in every game. An extraordinary player for his football and human quality. One of those people I'm proud to call a friend. The Bernabeu spotlight won't turn on again to see you over the green, but Real Madrid's history books will always have you alongside the greatest. Brother, Madrid fans have only one word to dedicate to thank you.
Ramos Wakasa. When people to say Ramos didn't come out and they are saying these good things about a player, it tells you how great the player is. And Obia wahe Luka Modric biano, you won't debate or fall to write Sergio Ramos for them seminar or cano. This is a player that watchere consistently say he is a good player. From Tottenham or Call Madrid in the first season was one of the worst seasons Madrid abako same when Omoye vote no makaso the worst sign of the season. He came back. Not special one excellence or no, he's won multiple battles. So that many battles a hitting. And for him to play for a team to say Real Madrid, and then the kind of performance I was giving, it tells you that he is truly the legend of a game, and he's paid his dues. The kind of performance, football wabo, and I'm a Real Madrid fan. Oh yeah, Real Madrid fan, and as all the home play football, and now you're Real Madrid fan. For our phone one. Na check or money Chelsea last game on boy and not Chelsea for him so much qualify no. That cross for Rodrigo. Or the correct go ni keke. Correct an assist no with outside the foot no sa cross correct and you will come back and testify say he's one of the best players in football. If say I mean say Madrid is still on the market and finding it very, very difficult to replace Toni Kroos. They should never think of getting Ubia to replace Luka Modric. Or one trauma game say but to get someone say we are replacing Luka Modric and I hear crying to me see we will need to go back to where 2 decades and I said 3 decades to get someone to say Luka Modric for what he's been able to do for Real Madrid. I think they were paid the dues, and these are the reasons why I'm not Real Madrid. No, when the time is right for you to go, young fan wadaw. Young fan Babina, as a new Yemuna Chero, as a Gabi. You best in Piaka say your time is up. He wanted to stay. Yes, your time is up. But I'm also focus on younger players. Yes, it's time for Luka Modric to leave. I'm my own more treat you for what you've been able to give to the club. Your mau treatment and pleasant. You go anymore as Jamau, so he wanted to stay with Real Madrid. No more 2026 World Cup. We don't hang in the boot of Real Madrid. But Omojini said, Omas will be bo. And the ball of say will be no. The number 10 they see at the back of Luka Modric is waiting for a bunch of friends to kill Mbappe. Yama want now, Niabasi a shim with the free some. So you need to move on. Of course, 10 years, Mbappe, yeah. But what say, a son yen to me, so you move you on. No, Mbappe fan is no idea, Jumano. Yeah, Fanny and Wabbit no Nenabia. And we never big teams, near big teams, you know, almost seem Kitty no matter. This is what we want to do. Ye repair, ye jow kind who this is back for somebody and Sufati colony. It's as simple as that. 10, I was said by the Raho. Yama any comfortable way, and number 10 red and Sufati bench. Because who is all in the senior. or you're not downful. Don't you comfortable? Decide, yeah. You move you on. We give him the number tendency. No, performing magic. Big teams, you know, they deal with sporting decisions or not emotions. Emotions are and Castel, Sergio Ramos, Ronaldo Muslim, Combo Real Madrid. We are big teams in the team. They all come in Suya. Give the person a befitting farewell. Not on Menasepobia anyhow or time be anyhow. Then I say, Yehua. Ye more treatment or sick crazy channels who are near Munum because ye can't be better to say it's not the best. So Luka Modric. Yeah, you know, Kunya hair Modric in the ye Nibaji. Nan Colano Mubano, that feel Luka Modric. If you have any videos, any movie, ye be here, pay money other players' videos, no. It was Barber hair, Luka Modric, and what penny use what you may find in Madrid. I'm not very wrong with the tactics and everything. Me, mostly, I don't get into tactics when it comes to ASR games. But I make kind say, me run Manchester United problem to me, ebia from what Chine Kwan, me run Man U problem to me. But the person make canon and say, whoever our car say yanko farm or remrano. If I can say a Pamuni be, I am friend and Pamon. Mo Pamona, he scores financial loss to Manchester United, and so much musica.
Amorim.
Yes.
Amorim
is not a bad coach. And per records and multiple sources, say, non-person be back season na yemunwie no. He wanted them to finish no metwaso, but it was their persistent pushing. And man says, okay, let me go. Now me hit me so that I fight to the end of the season and get things done. Luther, yeah, pamu Eric Ten Hag no. Now Manchester United was 7 in this season. No more just 4 points. Pay in the separate two from qualifying for Europe. Just 4 points. No more 7 season 8 for Manchester and Kai position in the battle. Hold on, no money now. But as we speak, Manchester United was just 39 points. In previous season, Manchester United me bought 25 matches. No match 39 points. No crack team da. Now they have 39 points. And it tells you, say, they are not qualifying for Europe, and for the second time in 35 years, Manchester United ain't even qualifying for Europe. A bomu pruma. No mo di diagro. I said last time they to no. Near the diagro, near Coco J, your Cobosta me fan as a Tibaye, your group near film, I feel try and qualify. You be not to Manchester United no. Manchester United are more Champions League. Or when you're consistent to her, but they've been paying money to Champions League teams this year. I'm a player, a charmer, I'm more any form of a year benefit. I'm already buying. Then answer what me friend Manchester United. He's not been able to change a single thing. What me friend Manchester United. When Eric Ten Hag go on, season ending, a lot of people felt to say it is time to move Eric Ten Hag on. But they decided to say, we still believe in him, so we management. Yeman and Twaso. Nippon Twaso to the middle of the season, they feel say, okay, now it is time for us to let him go. Now, uncle, to bring in a manager, or you fine manager in Nyoma or Yadematima, a friend of Sporting Lisbon, or building a good brand for himself and building a good CV for himself. Let's bring him in. No me coach him a friend of Manchester United. In the season, he was stricken and learning how to understand how Manchester United team nebo. And during that season, I'm not for any bro mu pick up BBI season no. I'm already know the team a friend of Manchester United a pre-season. And who does that? What was the essence? Say Pamu Eric Ten Hag season here kosono. Ni enkofa Amorim mra. The Amorim buy no. Were preventing Manchester United from entering the Champions League, Europe won't qualify, Conference League won't qualify, or Marco Trophyless. One of the worst seasons in 51 years for team friend Manchester United. And now, financial gains are hitting Manchester United no, and no crying by. This is a Manchester United team, Pania or that team name no air to 10 year muscle because he believes or cut cost. Manchester United and Timian qualified for the UEFA Champions League. A bare 80 to 100 million Manchester United in ya.
Because Arma said the right clip.
Yes.
Same committee qualifier. Yes. And for that matter, players, most of them offer the ABOU job.
But now Manchester United and qualify. The says he can't go. Next season, Adidas and swear to music can also 10 million because so much man qualify for Europe. And no your financial gains about hitting me friend Manchester United for them not being able to qualify you. I know and nothing. If we are for Manchester United to be able to move these players out in the Manchester United setup, if you say you are doing a critical analysis of the team, now I say, oh, Tom players, the only person you get appreciable money for is Bruno Fernandes. He's the only one. Say Bruno Fernandes will free team in Besa if you do. And now Manchester United, almost big or more to attract players, no, they can't do that again. Players who want to play in Europe, players who want to play in the Champions League, you won't be able to attract them. And if you don't attract them, how can you build back to the stage of Besauko? I'm seeing Manchester United going to that period at Liverpool come. That period at Liverpool come now Koson Kona Liverpool to and the car on John Joseph ball team friend Liverpool. That is the same part. And a team friend Manchester United ever. And if they are not careful, the way they are going to suffer before they get back to their glory days, or one can say, for Daniel Levy, he needed this trophy because he might day in the top because the coaches are not pamu. He needed a trophy. So one team need trophy. Say that supposed golden era for team friend Tottenham because when you bring in Antonio Conte, you bring in Jose Mourinho, Nuno Espirito Santo. Now we move now. Andres Villas-Boas now. Pochettino want to make trophy. Coach Ben Bim now pay. So Angie and Yamona Baso. You be real Manchester United problems me year pa Chineko, but we know man qualify the Asamaba.
But I never question hard like the way you were saying said. Man, you care for Liverpool. I didn't even at home. Now, how many years now Manchester are on the Premier League? Say, we team to say be Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, near ball league. We now places second, third, and now fourth. You have started the next season. What you try to do is that you want to climb from a position that would to a step higher. You say, would you fall for? You're thinking of third, second. But you say Manchester that's 16 was the same.
And you see what be pair.
It's a relegation.
Yes, season. You have to fight for
the mid-table.
Yes.
Me say. My na ye ho emra. Ye ba nsama wo do da be ma so ye rese be din komo e wo dwumadie so. Ye ba sisi e.
Chile for. Oh, Pole, no one Chile no. Kaye bo ye.
let's start say boba. Yebo league without TV right and I say any TV we are omutwa ye league you know and I'm for starting say omo ka ho asem 18 clubs no omo Premier League ukrum no ubia edin ubia nkanwe about 2 or 3 weeks later you started league in a coin and you tell say the Football Association and some local TV companies are reaching agreement say omo ba be telecast in league games no inti yehu Globe TV yehu Metro yehu Original yehu Alpha yehu Net 2 these were the stations are if in ebobo say ombeden umbetwa yen matches no announcement in the buy no the AFN never mentioned said one Ghana and yesika yani these companies are richer omutua e dey the Football Association now the distribution na ebe kono kotoko benya 50 pesos House benya 50 pesos bibi any goes as benya 10 pesos Luka Chelsea benya say the AFN never made such publication anywhere you what proper Premier League Clubs Association you what proper Ghana League Clubs Association GACA the welfare of clubs no would have petitioned the FA asking for contract details. Ya who GACA amona anya saade no. Ya who PLB amona anya saade no. Body na anya saade no. The clubs now omoye individual clubs no. From House of Folk Kotoko ever the last club. Nobody questioned the Football Association. And yet one almost started. So mu 8 matches. O match matches from say week 4 say saying abepem week 31. Afi na bema so ku mo me ngutwa na match. Wo pesa wo ton player. Ye hia TV market na dey aton players na mo. Yes. What na see nobody ask a simple question. And they poor coverage ama ye league in sa. That time obi anka hwe. Afi na also do stage apesa o league nti ye say nkofo bi say ye betwa match. I don't think any official of Go Stars ever got the balls to say that. I don't think any official of Nations FC ever got the balls to say that. Yes, you have games this year.
Come on, you did and you're ready to accept almost so mumika.
Your games still book room. Ya moment. I think media ma ball kotoko. Ewo omo. Ya moment. The FA fine name they are 10,000 Ghana cedis. Some private could be some who's no mutual. They pay the money. One ankasa obi twa wade. Or ma 1 Ghana. Nipa na ba man ntwa ya fine who's kawa kutia. Who just kawa any kutia. Adena nipa ne e also no di sika ba. Na ya ma wubi no wade aba be twa wade na to because no na eton age ne mfa so agu ne butu. Wan fa sika ba. Or by now so many ntwa because the entire clubs no ema omu ntwa. Sa match ne say Go Stars a bit makase on a kotoko match. A coco season. Season ye baby we are no. The only match or the benya cash out at the ama the team. No breaking the players or a special point the month say kotoko but especially at the time of no Go Stars bet Magic League, kotoko bet Magic League. Supporters who want to come into the stadium in their numbers into a charge 500 Ghana or gate cram for bedding. Ebe ba be chairman enyi sika. Wo say yentwa match no TV so free to air because for no mutwa nya free to air channels. Yentwa ne free to air mfa bon. Ye na say TV right aba ene bia Go Stars enya 1 million Ghana cedis bi efree mu. Onya 500,000 Ghana cedis ko ni say already but didn't get who is carry ahead. E dey after ye. But onya say sika no the coco season obeni scale gator. Wo say ensan ko twa match nti say me tikumase. And I'm person bitua ka sika in and out e bia 100 Ghana e ko bibi ni. Ensan ko tua gate 200 series and now 150 series. And the correct any Medina Sabaka and package bear 300 to 400 Ghana. Now my son. But me TV about the TV so free and free to edge and meet my heart. Why would I put myself in that stress? Into CC Go Stars. CC the home team said on Jiminya day. And Jessica and Kosu in every free fans. At the same time, TV right when you're 1 Ghana and frame free. Into bet Medina baby I say. And the board women intersabe am supporters every day. Everybody kotoko support ba. Na manya the physical cash cow. But the entire make to omunti men kasa asem say. I didn't start here no. Se ne nke wo mema clubs e wo krum ha. Na nke so mo sorry esia no at the start. But won twen e ma de nto aso anko enkoduru. stage after the do we are fair any but now the moment you do that and conforming the mindset said oh negative idea and I said plan you want to rob opponents now when enable whoever Ubo Homes is here at the peak of league now but let me even put Gold Stars Nation whoever aside let me daily generally say oh be a baby here do see the open league the open relegation the open better position or match a life the notion impression you are sending out is that opponent now when enable and nunti and now person we and also person we match with the explanation but said many gamma explanations and you could cause the Emma teams at this moment or explanation and to assume the intent to assume say nan come who coins assassin na we best stop it man stop it yet production I was telling us this thing Division 1 thereby 48 Division 1 clubs 16 in zone 1A sorry in zone 1 okay 2 zones 16 in zone 2 16 in zone 3 48 clubs are our platform so if general secretary any community better platform they say wa and conform mutual TV rights now and the TV stations no mutual match ebe ba home venue one may enter match no the FA will punish you they will fine you 10,000 or fine medium man could try him. It was only one club and the objective is how can you send out something no contract now the other can you say me product and I say me na me who by betray my match into contract say in the room na me nya 1 cedi me nya 2 cedis who we have a catch them say omoba na ma mo ntwa match na oba fine me 10,000 sika ben na odi ama me fa bi metua fine no among 48 clubs only one club and the objective could you believe that 47 can obia remaining
meaning
silent
o ma jetu no
and this a 1 year to why you know what year to ma your co school and your primary no catch them silent me was concern this a 1 year to me there ya ba no ye ba betwa you have no business telling anybody say o mo ntwa because at the time na nka wait me protest against ade no wo do nsa gu wachi wo so won carry na through this stage match na mo mpo ye kore the phone cameras be betwa na life mo betwa na life me say be ma bia ni kromo be ka kire obi say om ye ntwa na match na
me pass the beauty of the game ye nya
enu nti na me say bon ye betwa na me hwe JV for the side is ya o ma the referees o medi match na ne cameraman o be kwa kutwa the Emma life no bibi any Gold Stars and take otoko live Nations FC Samates live House of Folk ball china live mumpo ball no ye betwa abatwa we the camera ni baba bi so one ye betwa na live am nkofo ahwe because club administrators na club owners am wo kruma more de ho ni ehu around football na che so all right no one protect your right yes say adena ye wo de your school teacher dey catch say if you refuse to say I am Luther otie na say say ye bon conform ye foreign in so krom ha omo ya de Ghana omo ya na say who Luther want to anje who and you agina nka say yes me jimi who dey say me ya de open say the hotel bonten na make say Luther if you refuse to say I am nobody will say thou art into yourself one kasa odu hu siwo na gitum say oh yes I am na nkofo no mu di wachina be dey abeba kill you got the right to protect against sir ya nchire mu nsagu machi say ye metwa there without giving contract under normal circumstances anywhere our clubs is serious say Premier League yes say Richard Masters and then call for akwa TV right about
na clubs na mu ye majority you know
na yes say being sports and Fakye TV and you know media dey betwa EPL nti wo wa na you media say camera na ne ma ba go ni betwa na Manchester United Chelsea Arsenal Liverpool why ubia yedi obi anka na abo league na ma na duru week 31 aka 3 matches am awie na fi na Chelsea asore say me ma mo twa match asome na aka kire
me da say
me sis asome mu ntime kan kire ball ye be ba bitwa ne ye be twa chena
me da say the special one out in kan Fakye TV na ogusu awuti Fakye Sports Ricardo
nobody
na me mra mo hoy
me in recent times my decided say men come from my clubs because one kasa nyomaden so be kontokwa and then one kasa tomon penny the amount crofo bi ma and one edom ne namu a they are going through sana wana omo e go through see e be fan obi na obetua say em fan obi na wontua ni na ye clubs no one kasa nkomo kuma sia asa ne kotoko ye big club enough to say say me no me koba bi ni entwa match a me mmobo no me I still stand by it. I happened to Kumasi and Kotoko twice this season. In all those games, they drew. The game against Mediama, they drew. I was at the park. A silly tackle and a man better more continue if you don't team one from Kumasi and Kotoko. For one case,
telecasting or more.
They say the people were there. It was Alpha for us. They were there. No bus. We say I was there. Kotoko someone boy. Someone test by league. Kotoko be omi match. No, that day match now was Kotoko drew 1-1. So in those two occasions, Sani see it. Kotoko ko baby any. And me not sure say go start to work say omu yi match no. Me not sure because I say global for the be inside match. No, me say hard na ba. Me not sure say baby any go start for work say. Na say baby any go start for Kasa. Kotoko didn't play the game. Because yes,
never some more that prerogative so on make say more.
GFA no dey scared us about bonting. Say we Kotoko match. So when I come and they say MOB and try, I didn't say more born.
Okay.
See, a man will be and try, me more born because I said game no on TV. That was what JV for near. Yeah, say, ABOU, as soon as you are not being seen, could you to be any go stars match. Say last minute change be back. So my broadcast, I am yes. In telling I say game no see a broadcasting. Now last minute change a banyan broadcast and can't take to go do partners and one. We are big club, and these are the things you do. You go to the venue, you see a match, you don't play.
What's your Casio?
You sit out. But I want to mean yes, I get into that maximum best because even when they sit out of the Premier League in recent times, what do Kotoko bring to the table when it comes to the Ghana Premier League?
Virtually nothing.
Or more barman from Costa, them supporters nada. Kotoko na in the last baby 2 seasons, league no omunti I feel no person omoji in the who be an enemy. And you want to mean yes, I didn't, but I now call it short to a league anymore. When you are league, you never to sneak a cry. You can go there and say, why you born I mean more? But they can't. If the teams want to be the teams they name so now, and not by Tetenyoma no. Oh my nyoma see, oh my nyoma happen news. These are the things they say. If Asemo see, I mean, Kaobia, Asemo see, if Kotoko stood their grounds, set Nemo Cosnema, and Kelso, and that's what you see. If what a man you see, and if send commission of Java, can you tell a sword as what has apologize? These things now, you don't command and don't do. They need to be the craft we think, say they are. I am what you think I am. Takotoko Kasia, this some such things the way you do a Casio. And you want so your team now is serious now per league AJ. Near ball league not to a point where all serious players in your team on Major League in the Amawa. What's it with the one game? We now won't game no. But the chance boys in the casa my uncle.
And when I say because Enra, I am a more advocate said these are some of the opportunities also of them are the local guys. Nti e bossa no de ma the local guys clubs no mo prevent wo mo ana
young post league no
ye sir
young post league no
en say your calendar
enye calendar sembia se me say ye 4 players e the free teams ahodo no mu kwa players no bi e be for so mbeko teams ni benya more players than other teams who are be affect o mo no campaign. Mobilize people. Campaign. Say your players are so much your team film in there. Young pause. How many days no goodie? How many days?
So you say a be fair. Say be a Kotoko and you 2-3 players. Say omomra national assignment. Me yes because of 3 players in it no. Yes, suspend the entire league.
Yes, suspend the entire league.
Yes.
You advocate say yemfa players o yenka say Kotoko players o.
Yes.
Yes, yemfa players because the foreign based players no ma bobo na bro mo kwa kojo ma home. This the local players are the year 15 so mo bomb in the league. You talk of Nations FC. You talk of Baby Go Stars. You talk of Asane Kotoko. Then you talk of Heart of Lions.
Okay.
These are the top performing teams in the Ghana Premier League. You be players mienu or me key in your system. Why don't we suspend the league? I'm not saying see a Kotoko players 3 hours. We are talking about league. Okay. Young 4 players no concobo. To see 4 players now the top performing team players ne concobo. And if the top performing team ne concobo, you young players bebe miensa filmwa. Team no way. Kwame Pokuba on the show goes Makumanas and Kotoko. If he is not around one be head man. in team one never want to come and go to go. When it's not one able.
That's what my register me bray.
King. And never register is every no. Then I sent Ronaldo Mundi Messi music and on can't come with them. Now, that's a phone register players be. Let me a man mobile who they won't put it wrong. I know Mbappe you saw say I more Hendrik Munaro, but then they be just catch and it was a bit for me chebi.
Okay.
And Nunti Bini why who said a quarry anyway, the new man to sing the Matima, your friend of Bentian Assassin. That is what we are talking about.
So in this case now almost Kase for the sake of your league. In Tisana today and the young free local boys no. Now almost the foreign players and kwa Ebasa ebe boy local league no.
The local league no one can some rest no mu league na or one of league no or mu league na dada. Because mu league na no be ho mo nye. Empanifo di clubs anim. Empanifo di F nanim. Young football na nkasa they don't respect young football. If they respect young football now, there are certain things in common yet they won't even think of. So respect young football. Now you believe that football na ya dia wo ton dia man for happy. Now man for need the football no ho. Oh my that kind of a year coverage are they my no.
See they be my.
We have a department at the AFA. They are beholden to go outside there and get sponsors to the Ghana Football Association.
The marketing committee.
When the sponsors come, it goes to the Black Stars.
The Black Stars in Kwana Kono.
That is what feed the GFA. And more. How many of the artists you see or might tell them to sponsor the Ghanaian Premier League? No? How many times? For 8 years ago, we seen there. So Ghana start times they sign contract. Yeah, quality. Because you total you normal said to the point that so one man is I will not be there.
So say ya clubs so you come here say no man.
And I make say
because they been said baby because I mean prima you show me game. You say better attract sponsors.
Omo ka say ye mpini ma ye ntwa ye give no. Aya hwe mu di bre e wo Ghanaian football mu.
Aye dey.
Say wo media ma. E ka say o makotoko ne match Emma TV so now fine media ma 10,000 Ghana cedis and said what to boss not house
enka wo mo
or a committee member or GFA
okay
Black Stars management committee opani e fe ne park account
yeah
in Century Miami boss Dr. Century or ye member e Black Stars so now fine Dr. Duan Century 10,000 Ghana cedis o den say what can be Mena, and record now, all find them 10,000 Ghana cedis. A big man in Ghana football now find them 10,000 Ghana cedis. No, you say so find it no, but honestly, it's here. Many a funny and all nation for so many Quacotiano. And when you are finding big members in the Ghana football, Musika 10,000 Ghana cedis, and mano, you 10,000 and you boo. So 10,000 Ghana, every P. Quab 2 minutes about sound. And the encounter.
Omuntu be find no kese because why many pan one Ghana.
I don't think any person where you at the right from the start.
Let me say. I don't know make me say say me to me me run the club I mean me run the club no be
I say you
but I don't take final decision. I say team ye media na me ye bibia taking me final decision. Said in Kayetwa league the same bia I run Kotoko I run how to recruit Chelsea be. Na my back and me match yeah in chat. Yes, I find him 10,000. I tell you, I will not pay 1 peso.
Yes.
Last year, Park Academy penny back in the castle.
Oh,
Come in to 1 Ghana. Now, man, once he was in
media, fine. No more about Kutia.
But I say, mine's from young room.
I think, sir, we are Kotoko stories. I say, Coach Karim Zito. In Penifona, I say, man, in Twasso.
First, now, we share Kotoko old players now. Not division room,
yeah.
But now almost say a certain so money National Circus Council in you say for Jumana.
Yes.
But remaining games, you know, almost the access, you know,
yes. Because a free man they need Benny Nano. In command if you can see him, they say, see, both season we are irrespective of Karim Zito in Bonibon Makotoko Abasrono, or Mamana technical director.
Okay.
No Makofakus Nabakuma Asante Kotoko. Semetiha, then the matter say old players no association, any NCC for ni na come one boom say yem fa Coach Karim Zito. Yen man a contract, yen extending a contract. Ne yen man a permanent coach for Kumasa Santo Kotoko. Luther, I think say a good thing for Kotoko.
Ebeboa. Ekwambeso.
Ebeboa. Unim. A name coaches in Ghana Premier League, you know. Bashir Hayford or Samobodu or you know, a lot of coaches are more experienced when it comes to our local league, you know. But I think say baby a Kotoko Ababi Druno. Anything a Kotoko ACI, you know. They need Karim Zito. Because this is a particular coach, even as a player, he played for Kotoko. Yeah. And Kotoko achieved back-to-back CAF Champions League finals in 1982-1983, no. Karim Zito was part of that particular squad. Opoku Intimo squad, no. Karim Zito was part of the squad. 1982, Omoko finals, no main team, but then in 83, Omoko no he was part of the squad. I retired from Kotoko, and also free Kotoko, didn't coach a football class, baby boy, in and retire, no. Kwaibi Brem in 2000, he qualified them from the Division 1 to Ghana Premier League. In fact, Media Mao Division 2, or qualify them from Division 2 to Division 1. Wafa na first year from final in 2004, Coach Karim Zito and qualify from Division 1 to the Ghana Premier League. And even to Dreams FC in 2018, qualified Dreams FC from Division 1 to Ghana Premier League in 2018. Why as a stable coach for Dreams FC from 2018 up to say on one team noir or no back Kotoko Football Club as a coach in the man 17. We are talking about a particular man last season. Oteki Dreams FC Diomoko Confederation Cup. Edu semi-finals played against Zamalek. Zamalek for home grounds. Obo draw. Kromwani Ebesheno. We are talking about Coach Karim Zito. When you experience with most of these clubs who are coach Kotoko, and I said I'm in Ghana Premier League, and then he has had that particular experience within our local football. And baby a Kotoko Football Club Nedruno, or a legend of the football club. He knows the ins and outs. He knows how well so we a coach, even we a player. That's how what the Makumas and Kotoko, when how valuable it is. It will buy, you know. We're instilling discipline among the team players. Against our players, we are now. Prosper na Ogun Koto Mobile. Koto Henry Ensu, Yosef Ablo, Samotinedu, Aditemo. A lot of players are Koto Mobile. And yes, San Krofu and Embon ye under Prosper na Ogun. And ye then a coach Karim Zito buy no Mubun ye the coach Karim Zito for Kumasi and Tokotoko. It tells you say there was a problem. And Coach Karim Zito was solving that particular problem with the Kumasi and Kotoko. With the last games in Wabono, we've seen Kotoko improving. We've seen Kotoko as a team, as a basic unit. So Kotoko almost show basic identity under Coach Karim Zito. So to me, Semetiana Fakye Mkase, Yama Coach Karim Zito. No, Biati as Yama Coach Karim Zito. And to also as a basic coach for Kumasi and Kotoko. Before also, because Yama now Edema Kotoko no. Eye, Sebi, Obi Honoma, someone a temporary job, Obitima in the amount. But so the human name Mushan is in a main season, in his debut season, only said human famwa, a big Honoma na Queni or Kakra. A bit to Manchester United. I'm coach we, and a Kwana make YouTube. Vanistroy, you did team the man, no? Ya Pamo, Eric Ten Hag and the team the man. We saw what he did with the team, but let's the man, no, or the Odomoko back to the championship. Then cancel Coach Karim Zito, Ede Kotoko, Ebeko relegation. I said, all the team the man own team, a bit me, Obu, what the temporary job in the manner, obeying ye, but all the main job in the manner, permanent job in the manner, or better to a papa. So, baby, a Kotoko Juno, they need Coach Karim Zito. If you don't, if you can see it, Miakasa. Nana so betima Kotoko Football Club no a lot of money so Koto players from there. So Kotoko are willing so go into the transfer market. Na so betima top players Nana and willing so betima ammo musika so from Koto players from there. But Koto company for no any sika no mo dia Koto players no me person mo ti ase say so mo Koto players naba. Na say players no mo Koto aban is not the interest of the said coach na e boss season we obeto aso a eni omunjai. See, both season anyway.
Ebasa was a coach now in recruitment.
Coach now in recruitment, because we've seen Kotoko last season. Our prosper na te Ogun Koto players very 7 the back Kotoko. Your ball last season we so some players now. A move 5 no more that transfer list so. Kotoko Sansu Chi omo contract outright edema these players. In fact, also financial loss to Kumasi Santo Kotoko. Bet. Opimsone the team national sir. Appointments no nya and opimsone the man. Ono kwan koka. So conforce call. Ono the coach. Eno coach Kumasi Santo Kotoko. Eno feel say some players na meti sika koto omo buy no. Omo nya de. So omo first debut season no. Omo boy wi. Omo ne bono nya de. Me pam omo do me football club. Koda na be nyono de Kotoko football club. After one season wa pam no so onko. Kotoko say three and contract or sign the man no. Success can we training the players ni no omo. Now, omoko ya no, omoko to a lot of players di omaba. Players no omaba no so ho. Omo ina eba in the interest of coach Prosper Nat Ogum and omo ina so use omo. What I'm trying to say is say this time around, Kotoko eno American one me say by hook or crook, Kotoko will go to Africa. Either CAF Champions League and also Confederation Cup. So Kotoko go into Confederation Cup, they will need a lot of experienced players. See, I know 2 players from Dreams FCR, or we didn't come on person form of Jomoba. But some players never back. It should be in the interest of the coach, you know.
Because only new
system, no only need your person within the Kotoko Football Club. So Kofa, say management, that's IMC Kofa player ba. That's a player of Kofa Nabano. Coach in the motion, so man communicating with the coach. Now coach in Ankasa and the basic recruitment. And from a command and Tokotoka. And what team no? And baby a team Ejinasisiano. And on the count say Kotoko the FA Cup. A possibility say it will go and Bella Bebano. Very high. Then the recommendation of coach Karim Zito. The basic recommendation of Karim Zito. So for Africa, he will need a well stable strike ability Kotoko attacking line.
So Kotoko person for Africa. Na ye advocate say omo performance no was so nti players ni binya call up to the senior national team. Moment we say bas call up ni bi ba, should they allow them so omo?
No, they shouldn't.
Omo neglect Black Stars.
Say me wo to me Kotoko ni mo. I will tell them say if in your marriage say na baraza e no. Say if in your marriage so omo stop Ghana Premier League now. Because right now as you speak, no Kotoko is on a project and Omu on a mission. So Kotoko decided so Oma Kwame Poku enko Ghana Black Stars in the 4 Nation tournament. Obetime decided. We've seen a lot of players are Omedina Ghana Black Stars call up. Michael Leslie in 2005 2006 AFCON. Jose Mourinho catches on man a crime man AFCON in Egypt. Wama. We've seen a lot of Ghanaian players abroad or deny Ghana Black Stars call up, but because say a local based clubs you know you enjoy monko there be say GFN him say or to and suffer most of these local based players. That's what more those who in the team of Ghana Black Stars there and normal home coin normal hot Ghana Premier League you know for about a week or 2. Some go both 4 Nation tournaments never normal beto so but me baby I'm as a position. Now say be am me into Kumasi Santo Kotoko na mo position woman. I will never allow any player say Obeko Ghana Blacks at this particular die-hard moment. Maybe player knows no. This is the chance Ghana Black Stars platform knows so Koba. He can easily get a lot of good opportunities outside. But baby Kotoko Jina sisi ano. Ohia FA Cup. Ohia league ni so obeje. Enti obejai the important players amomako.
Kotoko mo kan che FNC so mo plans be some from players Omunya no mo hwe also because Man City catch Thomas Tuchel sir.
Yeah.
For Foden collapse obe no man mfre no.
Even Jamal Musiala Bayern Munich.
Good. And Sadia ne Kotoko se mo hear mo player there. Ana
and also that is quite a fast way kase. Kotoko as a football club sometimes you know in the Ghana Premier League
because of
performance and because of some people there Omo football club ni mo omo aputu that kind of relationship with the FA people
na ye hwese betime nya ya frɛ for na omo betime afrɛ edom adwenkyerɛ ba number no ene da a screen so no obetime afrɛ na adom adwenkyerɛ so edi aba nsɛm awdo a yabobɔ so nyina no ofra ye betime agye so na adwo to do adwenkyerɛ ba mo no nsɛm ni afisɛm nyina no obetime edo contribution aba maestro.
So sometimes Kotoko as a big football club should also step up. They should call the shot. Omoma FNU who say right now baby Omo Ankasa drew in the Ghana Premier League no. Omo GAE. Yes. Obo competing with Nations FC. Obo competing with Baby Go Stars. And Kotokone mo sunya obeje. So currently, Baby Kotoko Jinano. So Moka so Mobeji Ghana Premier League. Nebe ye 3 matches to go. Kotoko A discipline. No more winning all the 3 basic matches. They can easily win the Ghana Premier League.
From das Mamen call Namen Family first caller. Hello. Hello. Good evening. We did baby free.
I don't just do better food and coffee.
Bro, my into.
But I'm sorry, I can't be here because the musician around the rabbi would to me about to say, Mukwa Bexa. I would just picture that now there is there. So it's a very trouble for. And I don't want to get up and find a mad bed.
Mibacho, what here does it? Hello. Hello, next caller.
Hello.
Mibacho, didn't baby free.
Mr. Pakamidi,
bro, me into you.
Mele Patota, full nation tournament, you know, Dabena on Peto or Momugo.
Okay, but next month.
Next week.
Okay, but 27th of May. No more 31st.
Me Pacho no anka or Mabo League Navy.
Dabi, no more league, you know. 27th of May. I cannot be the best for 2 or more dia, and any part of Mudia players, you know. Okay.
Emma or Mokomis imagine check a clan.
Bacho Mate.
Maybe a batter or more or more, or more from players, not the best for 2 or more, any part of Mudia or more. You must imagine check a clan.
Yeah, that's it. Also, with my friend 0206 334 646. Hello.
Hello.
Beba chodi ni baby free. Ofra no lower u TV set no wait me no. Beba chodi ni baby free.
But I family Jikofodia.
Udino.
Family pack fish.
Beba chodi you.
The first pack was in Jikofodia.
Yet you.
Pakwashi.
Hello. Hello, caller. Obetimi afre 0206 334 646. Betimi afa be 102 course na yedi dwumadi no aba na wie. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We didn't baby free.
Hello.
Ya tonka we didn't baby free. Okay.
Sampa.
Oh yeah.
Now you're from can.
Well, give us one fan chair. I shall for you fan chair. Say, oh, try. Yes, yeah, try, but.
Because you're from Palm.
Okay, Minya, it's you.
Abu Dhabi, no, if you're in front of
Abu Wahaya na home fan, but I'm ready. I'm a patch.
I'm play from my player to be a tournament. I'm a player and I'm on your money. Believe me, and I some them color down.
Yes, so yeah, that's it. Every night, especially.
Boys number kwa ko bobo. Clubs no mo ko mo ntimi stop players. Players na kasa kura ntia se. Say stop mo amba kwa ko bobo. Amba kwa ko bobo.
Jabasa league ni suspend.
Yes, suspend. Yebebo league na wi. Okay. Because if any calendar ne dey sebi. Who be free go kura no so calendar wo man dey say. Na we have a player na ombo manas. That ombo. Yeah, come a mention fu nyina na abenchia yenua Hussein Adams or Akwaba radio break.
Oh, yes.
Birthday Hussein, happy birthday, bro. Me did send the party na Akwaba Lord break. Yeah, baba party. Hussein, happy birthday, bro. Yeah, be sure.
Maestro,
Luka, you call Mama Grace, or Accra, Medina, open one of these prophetic women are Mama Grace. Mama, Yankopon Insha be brave. Yankopon Insha be brave. And Ramete Unka. Yankopon Insha be brave. Luta.
Ricardo.
My main chair, Sako there. You know, I have a friend of father, yeah, my main channel. A very good man, and who Ricardo Virus, and I say, who's a Ricardo Virus, your fates, and I know he's one of the people, I'm watching it in the Kuna made me to 2 years, Namacho, so now, when Chamiama Brewa, I do agree, Nana, was some tears or correct. My main chair one there, now, Mencha, Mrs. Tanso Penny, a year, Edna. I'm saying, 31st year, Mrs. Tiakoyan see you or kept Cosinti. Oh, ma, mention Min country, Ukunu, I contain myself on shedding, Mammy Warrior, but on shedding, any nanum repamuno, a bit me a bar near Babijan, never be at my command. Me offer a phone in us.
No wonder I head of sports the message be my man and I have head of sports, yes, international video. I'll say. Police officer Augustine Jan Ketekrachi FPU base. Yes, unfortunately in India we are police for no kind of inspector, sorry, officer Augustine Jan Ketekrachi FPU unit only a police for Namo Moshe and you read now a chairman connection.
Uramo Kumasi Swamokra King Woos collections Yanti some bia a demo Moshe Jumadino King Woos Kings and Queens fan club Kuja no Nyankopon Shapa ne Seria Muni Facha Wagron Crawford ton woman nyina o collection hono na se mo hwe dwumadie no sanso na obin ageni boaten Bunu East NDC deputy youth organizer sanso na wosaye NDC national communication team member obin Nyankopon Shapa de wo ye kamampafo nyina se omoda wase pa Habib hard working guy.
Adametofobia, I'm a coffee ancient. To far on a good to far. No, I'm a coffee ancient. Okay, the Wayan in nature come on, compound in the Wayan in nature is a good one. You don't be a say, a crana was said there, crana wabuano, and a baby. You better the entire team now say special one maestro Ricardo Varasaso and Abu Dhabi on fan so or Tayachi Ewufie oko a production team Benas anymore Gilbert eso etachire sansona Julius Caesar Malik and Edi Omunyina Ebwa MCR sono uroma nese hono ede led by programs manager ABOU sansona junior Hobby Hilda chi Obaba no about baby bia cover bacho omunyina touch rich e mo be boy dwumade dey obi bia say adonduna say tinkwam e ya brantepa ya success eso e boy dwuma papa brantepa kokwa an ho fe woni botu chichi no bi ntia say chidi no ai so nipa wankasa nipa you know we be as a channel no pebo 7 AM ahia nyemfa Fakye morning sports mransa na china wia ebo 3 PM obese aten ke do bi ase menu kasa fidie no emfra na so mfonyini no menu mfra enche di no nsiabrem kasa ebo ebebo international ka achi e de no nsiabrem kasa ebo no ba bedan you know we be ase yakra